What's Bill's
I'm
choice
sorry,
of drink?
Eddin, I'm sorry.
He doesn't drink.
Okay, is he
Hillary drinks.
Is he a seltzer water guy?
Blood of babies,
Hillary-
the demon rats.
That is true.
Hillary wasn't there though. She wasn't there this time.
Did you guys
Because
order?
she was sucking the blood from babies, the demon rats.
Did
sorry.
We're
did
never
you
gonna
guys,
have Bill on.
Eddin, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Did you guys order pizza?
And,
No worry and
Has a girl ever whispered in your ear?
Yes.
How'd you feel?
I felt seen. I felt seen. I felt heard. I felt noticed.
Yeah.
What
What did she say?
Chicago.
Excuse me?
What was it?
Chicago.
She was in Chicago?
Yeah.
She wanted you to take her to Chicago.
That was the safe word.
Yeah. Chicago.
Got you. Okay.
Has a woman ever whispered in your ear?
Yeah, it was like warm breath.
What did she
It
say?
made me uncomfortable.
What did she say?
They made
It
you
kind
squirm.
it kind of made me put my shoulder up, and then it just ruined the moment.
Ew.
Just shatter her jaw.
You can intro the pod now if you want.
Welcome to a new episode of the new Rory and Maul podcast. I am Maul,
I'm Rory.
and we are back for a new episode. Today we are going to discuss a few things. Rory, are you ready?
I'm so
I have a
ready.
list of things I want
I'm
to
really
get your. I
excited.
want to get your thoughts and opinions on things in the culture. I know we've never done that before, so
Okay.
I'm going to get it today. Okay.
What culture?
Black culture is Black History Month.
Okay.
Well, all culture is Black culture. Black History Month. So I want to get your thoughts and ideas on a particular Black artist as Demaris checks her Instagram. We are back.
Activated today.
Yeah. Also, subscribe to our Patreon for our latest episode where we talk about some crazy things.
Like
We
what?
talked about the assassination of Dr. King
That was wild.
and some other conspiracies. And we
That
did
wasn't a conspiracy. They just murdered him.
well,
That's true.
we get
They did
into
murder him.
what if the other things would have happened differently, would Dr. King still be here? We just had as much. It's just a sad story. Obviously, we wish that Dr. King was still alive and wasn't assassinated. But in our own weird way, we make light of a dark situation and talk about if this didn't happen, if that didn't happen, would history have been different? So,
Yes. Left, right, and right.
and we also do a Grammy deep dive.
Yes.
We talked about the Grammys a little bit. A lot of satanic worshiping, COVID commercials right after the Satan worship. It was great. Grammys was amazing.
You will be back.
I honestly feel like that was one of the best Grammys in a very long time.
Questlove curated the hip hop tribute plus the COVID commercials.
Absolutely. And we also have our Calabasas golf tournament episode on our Patreon as well. So subscribe now
Take a swing at it.
to our Patreon where we will
Shut
be
up.
doing more and more cool things for you guys, having a lot of fun doing the things that we love. And yeah.
I did like watching you on
Oh.
that golf recap.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do you feel like now that you witnessed
I'm
your
a,
form? Like,
I'm
how
a-
do you feel about your
I'm a piece
golf? You do swing from the hips.
I'm a sorry
Oh.
piece.
a lot of hip movement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Less elbow.
Yeah.
Hip,
But I will
hip,
say
hip,
this
hip,
though,
hip.
that is the type of guy I am. I see I got that right. Laugh at me. But then we're gonna go back next year, right?
Okay.
And we bring home the gold, fellas.
All right. I like that.
I like your
that.
ambition.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
Realistically,
We bring home gold.
what about maybe like a fifth place?
No. We're not going for fifth.
Okay.
I might have a fifth on
up-
me,
Yeah.
but we're not
plead the
going for fifth.
Or an
We're
eighth.
going for first.
Got you.
Eighth. Listen, you're talking about a whole different thing now.
Oh, sorry.
I want to just put this out to the listeners. After you watch our Calabasas golf tournament thing, I want you to rank in the comments our mentions where Maul is in the Jay-Z throwing a football, 50 Cent throwing out the first pitch at a Mets game, Maul's golf stroke. Just want to see where that's ranked as far as athletic ability.
I'm definitely.
I'm sure Maul's stroke is better.
I definitely swing a golf club better than 50 Cent through a baseball.
I don't know about that.
50 through a baseball like he had a torn labrum.
I mean, some of your shots didn't leave the tee box.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's all right.
Sure.
We're talking about the swing. We're not talking about where the ball went. We're talking about the swing.
If there's anything I'm certain is that Maul has the best strokes.
Well, listen, subscribe to our page.
Where does it
Wait,
rank
what
with?
did he
Yeah,
just
I
say?
didn't ignored it.
I think that's
What
for
did he just-
first
What did
5
I
minutes.
say?
Believe it.
Yeah.
All right,
We're not getting monies now.
Oh.
See? You have to bleep it out.
Yeah, bleep it. Ooh.
Maul's drive or Jay-Z's dive into the pool.
Actually, it wasn't a pool. It was an ocean. But he jumped in it like it was a pool.
Like he could touch the bottom.
Jay jumped in the ocean like he was
The
jumping
shallow
in like
end.
a kiddie pool. I was like, that's the ocean, dog.
You know, I thought this was a pool the whole time. I didn't realize that was the
Nah,
ocean.
I'm not gonna let y'all do that. Somebody push Jay, man. Jay.
There's literally no one.
Nah, somebody pushed him. That lady.
Beyonce's already in the water.
Somebody pushed both of them. Like, there's no way Jay jumped.
They
into
both
the
look
ocean like that.
surprised.
Exactly. They both got pushed.
Okay, then
Blame Lenny S for that.
than Maul wearing
took a
2
photo.
golf gloves.
Yep.
Or Jay-Z wearing a helmet on
Yes.
Vespa.
Well, Jay addressed that.
his jet ski.
Yeah, he wasn't gonna.
jet ski, not a-
Jay was protecting his major asset, was just his brain, and he was like, "Listen, I'm not gonna get into a boating accident and be a vegetable and not remember this life I built for myself." I wasn't mad at him when he addressed that.
But he's not even making a wake. He's going about 5 miles an hour.
well, I mean, that's safety first.
Well, he knows how he falls into the ocean.
Yeah.
And he hurt his head
So
from
he
the
wasn't-
dive.
Exactly. So yeah, subscribe to our Patreon now and let us know who has the worst golf swing in America, which is myself. But damn, I said it again. No monetization.
Bleep it. I know he's sick today. Are we going to skip over that Julian went to dinner with the Clintons?
Julian went to dinner with former President Bill Clinton. He had a dinner with him the other night. He said, "Hey guys," he hit the chat. He said, "Hey guys, I'm having dinner with Bill Clinton. Anything you guys want me to tell him?" And I immediately sent a picture of the late great Gaddafi. I said, "Yo, just show him this picture and watch him shit his depends."
Yeah.
But Julian, tell us about your dinner with former
I
President
did not
Bill
have sexual
Clinton.
relations with a woman.
Look, great guy.
Great guy.
I was on my way home. I was in the usual, hoodie, baggy pants, all that same stuff. Wasn't expecting to go to dinner.
Yep.
My buddy that you guys have met that works with him said, "Hey, what are you doing?" I was like, walking home. He invited me. Went. Great time. Had bone marrow, salad, pastas. His nephew lives here in Brooklyn. He's an actor. So he's like our age. So we kind of, similar stuff.
Okay.
Nothing crazy.
You know what I think is
You
funny
didn't think to ask Bill if he wanted to
Be on the pod?
sit down and kick it and talk politics with us?
Are you fucking kidding
I
me?
told
Julian?
Rory I'd look into getting some of his saxophones for his album.
That'd be great.
We can get those stems.
You looked into
Mo.
getting saxophones for his album,
Yeah.
but not an interview on the
Yeah, that-
greatest podcast on the planet.
That
Earth.
bill pack. Trying to get that bill pack of the horns.
the horns.
Maul, you've hung out with NBA players. They get into town, right? And they ask their local friends, "Yo, can you bring some hoes to dinner? Like who y'all know, whatever." Do we think that was a similar situation when Bill got to New York and asked his team to call people and Julian was one of the hoes that was called?
I think he was.
And
like,
do you think they actually went to Teterboro to Jeffrey Epstein's island and had dinner there rather than Soho or whatever Julian wants to
yeah,
say?
he sent us a picture.
I would love to check out the island.
Julian said
It's not active.
It's not, it's just an island.
It's
I love
not the
islands.
island.
It's like
the
going to
people-
Auschwitz.
I
Like,
get it. It's not the
it's a
island.
historical thing at
It's
this
the people
point.
that were on the island.
Yeah.
It's not the island itself that's bad. It's the
He's
people that
a
were on the
fan
island.
of my brother, so we spoke mostly about
I'm a
Antonio.
fan of my brother.
Fan of your Bill Clinton's just a fan of your
Yeah,
brother's.
just fan.
Yeah.
Did you guys talk prison reform? Emails? Like what was the dinner?
Nah, I'm
Combo.
free. I'm good.
What's Bill's like dinner swag like?
He's a funny guy.
He's a funny. Whenever they give you that, he's
Yeah.
a funny guy.
No,
that
like,
means he was
his
sitting
whole
there.
thing is he wants to live a normal life, as normal as he can.
Yeah,
So
the former president.
they have 2-3 tables with Secret Service agents around, but the restaurant's not closed. It's not private. There were people. It's right in the Lower East Side, so there were people coming in and out. Everyone was aware, obviously, that he was there. We had quite a long dinner. Then afterwards, when he got up and we were on our way out, that's when people would say, "Hey, let me get a photo." And he's a big small talk guy. It's kind of like our meet and greets.
Like a
he
president.
doesn't know when to end the shit.
Yeah.
So his whole team is like, "All right, we gotta go," and it's late. Like he won't go to sleep. He's like a night owl. So
Well, old people don't like to go to sleep because it might be the last one.
he'll just hang out and
Oh
talk
my
to people.
God.
What's Bill's
I'm
choice
sorry,
of drink?
Eddin, I'm sorry.
He doesn't drink.
Okay, is he
Hillary drinks.
Is he a seltzer water guy?
Blood of babies, them
Hillary-
damn
Hillary-
demon rats.
That is true.
Hillary wasn't there though. She wasn't there this time.
Did you guys order?
Because she was sucking the blood from babies, the damn demon rats.
did
We're
did
never
you
gonna have
guys-
Bill on.
Eddin, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Did you guys order a pizza?
good.
You
Those
fucking.
are
Get it? Like
They were under the.
You know.
I got it.
sex child rings. Okay,
Yeah, they were chained to the.
pedophile.
No way fair.
You know the Ninja Turtles love pizza. Come on.
Yeah.
So nothing about Bill.
No
jokes.
You guys want to know? It's not. It was a dinner.
He's just a president.
Because you be
that's all.
talking people up.
But
we would have thought it would
what do you mean to be
Bill
talking
Clinton.
people up? He's a former president. I don't need to talk him up.
You had more to say about Boss.
Does he know any tricks? Like, did he do any disappearing tricks with the handkerchief?
He looks like one of those.
He's one of those guys that's
tie
at
a
the table.
cherry.
He
string
made
with
Epstein
tongue.
He has, the,
disappear.
knife, he has the butter knife under the handkerchief, make you think it's elevated. Like, Bill, I see that. That stole his chicken.
He definitely took a quarter from the back of Julian's ear.
Like, what is this? Oh, what is this?
That was there the whole time.
You just walking around with quarters in your ear, son. He definitely called Julian son. What is this in your ear, son? How can you hear me? You got this silver dollar in your ear.
He definitely looked at the waiter and said, "You working hard or hardly working?"
Oh my God, Jesus.
And Julian and the rest of the table went,
Bill's killing me right now.
All right, man. Oh, we being silly. My bad.
There goes your interview.
Listen, man.
Bill was never coming on this podcast.
Thanks to
I
Julian.
honestly don't think it's out. It was really not far out of the realm of possibilities. You
Shut
guys think.
the
Yeah, but it wasn't until you never brought it up to him.
What? Bro, I can see it's.
Oh, no, my bad. You can see Bill anytime you want. Yeah, I got it. No, I
Coffee
got
tomorrow
it.
morning.
Yeah, goddamn demon rats stick together.
Jesus Christ. I can't. As soon as Antonio.
What is your brother plan to do for the state of New York? For the
Yeah.
city of New York?
And
is
what,
his plan?
and what does Bill think about private prisons?
Yeah.
See, Julian, you wasn't
right
asking
now.
the right questions. You were sitting there hamming it up with Bill.
Yeah.
He's like, Bill, I'm a Razorback.
Oh, I
fan,
love
too.
jazz.
We do talk.
You got to ask the hard hitting questions, man.
Next time I'll wear a wire and you can feed.
Please,
me. Fine.
let's do the thing that they do on Impractical Jokers. Wear the earpiece and let Rory and myself feed you the questions.
To Bill Clinton.
Yeah. That's what you got to do,
Then we
man.
can have Eddin at another table shoot it, and that can be Patreon.
Absolutely.
There you
Eddin, you can be the bus boy because in your culture, right, they like to.
You want a Caesar
I said I
salad?
wasn't
bro.
going to do that. in
It's
20.
Working
Yeah,
at the
we're
table.
done. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, it's okay.
Eddin, I love you, okay?
okay.
Chelsea, what's she like?
She wasn't there. It was just Bill's nephew.
They all have normal lives, Rory. They're not
Chelsea
all-
wasn't at
I
dinner?
think they all move as a unit. Like
Yes.
every function, they all go
They're the
together.
Clintons.
The Trumps do. So do the Bushes.
But it was kind of cool because it was the same night as the State of the Union, so it was nice knowing that. Like,
Was he
they-
watching it on his phone?
No, it's kind of
Like we
cool.
watched
Like all of us
NFL?
there didn't really. There was no interest in it. It didn't come. It was just
Bill Clinton doesn't care what Joe Biden's saying.
No.
I don't think
nobody
Joe
cares.
Biden knows
He's
what
a
Joe Biden's
different
saying.
regime of Democrats.
It's a clip going around. I don't know if you can pull it up, Julian. It's a clip going around where they said the entire Democratic Party clapped at the end of this part of the speech that Joe Biden gave, and nobody knew what he said. So they kept playing it. He's like, and I vowed to change that.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, yes, Joe Biden, you are the
But
hero.
you know they have the script. This isn't even a conspiracy. They have the script of the stand-up clap. Like
Yeah.
in the
Oh,
speech,
yeah,
it'll
yeah.
say break
It's like
for clap.
SNL.
Yeah.
Yeah. This country is SNL.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like all this shit's scripted.
But that was dope, man. Congrats to you having dinner with former President Bill Clinton.
And now I have a stomach bug. So who's
now
to
you have a
say?
stomach bug. They poisoned you.
Yeah,
They-
I wonder why. You heard too much.
He might have.
The streets are saying that's how I got on Raya. Is because I know
But
the
you had bone
Clintons.
marrow. It was the bone of babies.
No, it
That's not-
was human bones.
It was baby bones. I know baby bones when I see it,
Why do you know baby bones?
When you taste it,
You boil it.
and they're baby bones, Eddin.
It's like veal.
okay.
All right.
No,
That
Okay.
was sick.
Yeah, that was sick.
Like veal is crazy.
Yeah.
This weekend, Rory, one of the biggest events of the year is upon us.
I suppose.
Rihanna's return.
Rihanna's return.
Yeah,
Rihanna's back.
they're playing. They're playing a game in between.
Yeah, some guys will be out there doing some stuff while she's
Getting
performing
CTE.
at her show. Yeah, they're performing at halftime of her show. So Rihanna's back, and there's a lot of talk about her set list. What
lot
songs
of
will she
talk.
perform? It's a lot of talk.
Yeah.
She released
A
a
lot of
video
chatter.
today.
I like your professionalism today.
blogs
are
you
going
killed the
crazy.
Patreon ad.
Listen,
now you're saying
man.
there's a lot of chatter around the world
Listen,
of the
it's
set
a lot
list.
of rumblings out there. But a video was released, I believe, on Rihanna's Instagram.
Video was released. She posted something on IG.
Well, it wasn't her.
Rihanna and Apple Music
Oh, well, Apple
posted
See,
kind
it
of like a
definitely wasn't
trailer,
Rihanna.
and
She
it's
was
a-
talking with Nadeska, right? That's fire. Shout out to Nadeska. No, didn't she
I
do an
didn't see
interview?
that. I didn't see that.
She had an interview as well, but she also released a trailer for the Super Bowl that shows like a little girl in Barbados running around.
Loved it.
Run This Town is playing. She's like,
because she runs the
yeah,
town.
and she's just like, garnering attention. Everybody's looking at her like
Yes.
a little starlet.
garner attention. She's
Yes.
doing the Super Bowl.
Yeah, she has enough attention. But I do like the fact that trailer went out, and it leads me to a conversation we had before about first of all performing the record "Run This Town," and I stand on what I said. I do believe and I do feel that Rihanna will bring out Kanye and Jay-Z to perform "Run This Town."
And I think that's the most insane take of all time.
I like it though.
How can we pull up how many owners in the NFL are Jewish?
Yeah, I think that's
You got
There's
you got
no
you
a Kanye
nervous.
West will not be allowed in the Phoenix area, let alone
I
on
don't
the
know,
stage.
man. I don't know.
Maul,
Tell me how
I
the
think
I don't know.
NFL.
You're wet dreaming a little bit, babe.
All right, you know the
I'm
NFL.
wet dreaming. Now,
You're
if
wet
Kanye,
dreaming.
now, if Kanye comes out, right, then what?
Then you came.
Then you can.
Exactly.
That's the goal of the wet dream.
The NFL had a problem with Colin Kaepernick quietly going, I think we just need to bring like some more attention to police brutality. I think it's an issue right now.
Mhm.
That stopped the league. You think the rich white men that run this league are going to be like, yeah, throw on Kanye and he loves Hitler.
Yeah. I think so.
Think it'll be all
No,
right?
that's not gonna happen.
I think so.
See what the fuck?
They had a problem with kneeling.
Yeah. I think
Hitler's a good guy on Alex Jones is going to get it done for a Super Bowl, right?
I think that, we've just moved to a point of forgiveness,
Of healing? You think we're healing now?
healing. It's Black History Month.
Mhm.
And I do feel like
Hitler
that
wasn't a fan
moment-
of the blacks either.
Yeah, I don't think so. But I do feel like if anybody has the power and ability to bring a Kanye West to a stage, it is Rihanna.
I kind of doubt it. No, now you
I just don't
said it
think
like
Rihanna
that.
would want to.
No, yeah.
Do you see all the fines CBS got hit with when Janet's titty fell out? They don't play them games no more.
Jesus.
They don't go against the people.
Janet's
they would
titty
get
and
so
Kanye
many,
West are two different things.
Nah,
but
that's
no,
different.
they would get the complaints from. They would get complaints about.
Yeah, but
that,
at least
and
they're
they
not
don't
getting
play that
fined.
shit.
What do you think the conversations would be if Rihanna was like, all right, I want to bring Ye out for Run This Down?
When is the last time we heard from Kanye?
Some
On
interaction
Alex
with the
Jones saying Hitler's a good
paparazzi.
guy.
How
and
long
the
ago was that?
Nazis did some good things.
How long ago was that?
2 months? 3 months? Where are we at?
Probably about 3 months.
3 months?
So Kanye hasn't been heard from,
Mm-hmm.
hasn't ruffled any feathers in the last 3 months.
Newly married.
Colin
Newly married.
Seven still can't get in the league, and that was
Well,
7
he
years ago.
signed a deal. We don't
Before
know-
the
we-
NDA.
We don't know. We don't know what that deal was.
Mhm.
We don't know what that agreement was. We know he signed something and he was paid.
So you think Skechers was like, sorry, we can't deal with Kanye, but the NFL during the halftime of the Super Bowl will be like, come on in, Ye.
I think so, man.
We'll give you a microphone
I think so,
in
man.
the most watched event
I
ever.
don't know, man. It's just I just feel it.
on Black History Month.
I just feel it. I feel like they owe
Okay,
us.
if not Ye, then who?
Well, definitely. I think Jay-Z will perform.
I don't think Jay's gonna come
I
out.
don't think Jay will come out.
I think so.
I think he'll look too narcissistic.
Nah, fuck that.
If you are now taking the gig, this is what his second year because
Mhm.
last year was his first one with the
Mhm.
Dre and everything. Then the second year, you're like, well, I'll perform.
Well, that's one of the most
That's
popular
a-
Rihanna songs.
I agree. If they did Umbrella into Run This Down, I would love it. But I think just from an optics standpoint, Jay would look kind of crazy taking that gig and then having himself perform.
Well, we do know that she will have guests because
sure.
everybody that does Super Bowl,
Drake?
they do have guests. But did The Weeknd bring anybody out?
No,
No,
but
'cause
that was COVID time,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it was a little different.
She
Do we think she'll do like the melody type thing that The Weeknd did, or just focus on four full
she's doing
songs?
she's doing a medley for
Definitely
sure.
a medley.
What I said
She-
melody.
Yeah, she's doing a
Sorry,
medley.
I'm trying, guys.
Because what did she get? 20 minutes to perform?
I think it is
Somewhere around-
Definitely
I thought it was
bring
15.
people out.
Google
15
that.
minutes, maybe a 15-minute set. She's definitely gonna do a medley, run through some of her best songs.
There'll be some dancers and some whining.
There'll be
and,
some.
like,
Yeah, she's gonna bring the culture for sure. It's
12
gonna,
to 15 minutes.
Okay.
It's gonna be carnival.
Songs that she
It's
shouldn't
definitely gonna be
do.
carnival.
All right, how much do you think she'll balance the EDM? I'll call it for what it is. More of the white leaning pop songs versus more of the dancehall records that she has.
What's the Work?
I don't know. Work might get like 10 seconds.
Nah, you tripping.
Rude Boy, I think will
No.
get more.
Yeah, I can see.
I think she's
Rude
gonna
Boy.
come out the gate with those records, like the
whites?
get everybody in the building, put like the Calvin Harris records, do like the white records, get everyone hyped.
Everything that Mark Ronson
Diamonds.
touched.
Yeah. And then in like the
Everything that Mark Ronson was a part of.
Legend, by the way.
She might come out to pour it up. I don't know. I feel like that
No.
would be
Pour
a
It
good
Up's not
first
gonna
song.
be
That's like a drinking song. You can't really do it like that.
There's Budweiser commercials.
They're actually sponsoring.
That's
they're
true.
actually
I'm
sponsoring
wrong.
the halftime show.
Yeah.
she said she's might tease weird new music for her words. What do you
I'd
guys
hate
think?
that.
What do you think her new sound might be?
Hopefully not with that.
Dance and dance.
Turn on the lights. What is turn on the lights? How does that go?
I don't know.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. The
Is
Kanye
it slow?
joint. The Kanye joint. All of the lights.
All of the
All
lights.
right.
Turn on.
I'm
Clean
like,
that,
turn
clean that up.
I'm about to say,
I'm
is Teddy,
like,
is Teddy P coming out? I thought Teddy P was
It's fine.
Teddy?
It's fine. It's fine.
I was like, Teddy P? I know they ain't dig up Teddy for the halftime.
You know what I mean? Said
Dig
turn
up
on
is
the
crazy.
lights.
Yeah, I mean, I know
Dig up.
Teddy passed away some years ago now.
Yeah.
They're going to dig up Teddy
was
P.
funny.
Bring others. All right.
Or bring in T-Pain.
Yeah, turn on the lights.
Yeah.
Shit, that's my song.
Teddy
Gotta be
Bender ass.
Or
Yeah, I think she's definitely gonna do all of the lights.
No fuck. fucking way she's doing. Besides, she might do Run This Town, but just the hook. There's not going to be a Kanye West song on this fucking
Damn, not
halftime
4 or
show.
5 seconds.
Stop. I was so wrong about that song.
Really? That's my shit.
I love that Gap commercial. That was my favorite Gap commercial.
You went out and bought some T-shirts
fam,
right after
all
that
right.
commercial went off?
When 4 or 5 seconds came out with the video, Kanye, Paul McCartney, I was like, I started talking like a radio guy or industry. This is a smash. This is out of here.
Yeah.
That song lasted maybe
How
1
many
week.
songs have you said was
Yeah.
out of here
No,
and they
it
never left?
didn't.
That song did not
Probably
last
4 or
longer than a
5.
week.
Yes, it did.
What are y'all talking
This
about?
this record
4 or 5
was a flop.
seconds.
Just not in your circles.
This song is mid.
It's not mid. This
It was
record
a
is
big
fire.
commercial song.
Yeah, I mean, Gap gave them the bag to make the song. It doesn't mean it's a good song.
I don't think Gap had anything
No
to do
one
with
throws
this.
this on.
I throw that on.
She's
I
wearing a
love
Gap
this.
jacket.
This is a good song.
Paul McCartney's wearing a Gap jean outfit.
That guitar is Gap.
Yeah. So
She
Gap.
looks so great.
This is like a Gap commercial.
Wait, this was the lead into Kanye becoming on the board just 10 years prior.
probably
See what's
Yeah.
going on.
This started the relationship.
For sure.
Jump started.
Yeah, I thought this was out of here. I really thought this was going to be
It
one
was
of the
a good
biggest.
track,
I thought this
but-
was going to be like one of those iconic songs.
But it isn't.
No, not at all.
That's what I'm saying.
I was wrong as fuck.
How many times have you felt the record was out of here and it never left the building?
Again, I'm on the 4 or 5 side.
What
I
are
would
the
have to
others?
think what I really thought was like out of here. I've admitted before I thought Colin Monroe was the next Justin Bieber. Boy, was I wrong.
Said I'll never be his biggest praise song.
Love Vado to death. I don't mean this as a slight to Vado. When Vado signed with We the Best, I was like, finally, New York, we are back. Vado's going to take it to the next level.
I have a take for you, but I don't want to upset Rory.
Do it.
Not this early in the
Do
show.
it.
I do want to talk a lot about music this episode.
Do it.
I have a take.
What's the take?
What's it take? You'll grab.
Don't be pussy.
I've been listening to the last like few Vado projects, which is really dope. The long run projects, the mixtapes he's been putting out. If you haven't heard them, download them, listen to them. Vado's been kicking ass. Vado might rap better than Lloyd Banks.
Yeah, Rory
We
about to
should
hit
just-
you. Rory's
All right,
about
so,
to
like-
hit you, bro.
All right, so we think Pour It Up probably won't happen.
No, seriously. Like, just think about that. I know. Coming off the tongue, it's
Rory
like
about to swing at
what?
him.
But really think about that.
That's like just it's not even. I'm not upset from personal level, even though I am. It's just not even remotely accurate.
And I love Banks,
And I love Vado.
but
What are you
I've been-
saying, rapping but wise?
Yeah.
I'm just talking about listening to their projects,
like flow, like
So you
projects,
think Vado makes better
projects,
their songs. Listen to their last
Song making ability,
listening
hits,
to their last few projects.
punchlines. But and you're gonna make me say bad things about Vado when I don't want to because I think Vado's incredible.
No,
he's nowhere
Listen,
near the Banks level.
you're being objective.
Yeah,
It's fine.
Now, Vado did not have the machine that may have placed a lot of great songs in Banks' studio sessions that he may have not gotten. But I'm still going to deal with what's tangible. And if you put up Banks' catalog in song making ability, rapping, mixtapes, albums, features,
Have you heard the last?
it's not even close.
Have
Of
you
course.
heard the last few Vado projects?
And I like them. And he picks the type of soul beats I like. I fuck with Vado. Just nah.
Highly underrated.
Agree there.
Highly underrated. But I was listening to, for whatever reason, I fell into a bunch of Banks songs, and just sometimes I do that. Like I don't like listening to too much of the new shit that's going on. Fell into that. Listen to some Banks. Listen to some Vado, and I'm like, I don't know, man. It's not love Banks, but I just feel like Vado is.
Do you want to do a Patreon Vado versus Lloyd Banks battle?
I don't want to do a battle.
Do you
but
want-
We can play records. I don't want to battle you. Like you like to.
Well, it's not my.
I know
it's
you're
not
trying
my-
to like address your
I'm not
childhood
Banks.
trauma of not being a winner. So you want to feel like you
shit.
you want to feel like you win battles all the time.
Wait, what?
Damn, we need to bring the therapist.
I've been
back.
winning.
I don't want to do a battle, but I do think we should highlight their discography though.
Okay.
I do think so because I feel like a lot of people haven't heard those long run projects, and listening to those, and then listening to the last few Banks projects. Both of them been rapping their asses off, and they got records together. And I just feel like Vado, he's been kicking ass the last few years, bro, and he's not getting the respect. I don't know how I feel. That's what was on my mind. I was listening to that shit.
Do you
last
think
night.
Rihanna brings out Vado or Banks during
Banks,
halftime?
Banks for sure.
But to get back to the Rihanna shit, who do we think she's bringing out? I don't think Drake happens. I think Drake wants his own Super Bowl halftime
Drake-
moment.
yeah,
I don't
Drake
think he'll
doesn't
ever
happen.
come out on someone's set for Super Bowl. He
No,
wants his own.
I got
which, by the
Kanye.
way, eventually he should get his own. But
I know it sounds crazy. I think Kanye is going to be in the building. Maybe with the mask on. Maybe not show his face.
That's crazy.
who are some of Rihanna's biggest
But I think so.
collaborators?
Because is it
Jay?
Kanye if it's the mask on?
Yes.
Yes.
How do you know that? How do you know there's Kanye under there?
I mean,
They're not playing Kanye vocals or having a Kanye stand-in.
His
Or
so they
anything.
can't play his vocals now?
No, Ma.
No. He's not R. Kelly.
They can't do Eminem again.
To them, they care about fucking
Yo,
anti-Semitism way
This is-
more than they
this
care
is
about
gonna sound-
pedophilia.
This is gonna sound
And
crazy.
that's sick.
They love pedophilia.
They would play a R. Kelly song at the Super Bowl way before they play a Kanye West song right now.
no way.
Dead ass. No, dead ass.
Not even
dead
close.
ass.
No dead ass. Ass is alive.
That's
It's not
crazy.
dead ass.
Yeah,
All the
bugging.
asses are alive. They're
Y'all
not playing an
bugging.
R.
Not the
Kelly
fake
record
ones that-
at fucking Super Bowl before a Kanye verse. No.
I feel like y'all are misunderstanding the demographic of people who really would still fuck with Kanye to this day compared to pedophilia.
Okay,
or
who
R. Kelly
controls
shit.
the NFL?
Y'all are talking. We're talking
The
about
people
not our-
Kanye
not
was
our
talking about.
culture.
Rock Nation.
NFL white
They don't.
culture, white America, bro. This is what we talking about. Middle America.
Okay, now that I look at it,
They hate the Jews, Middle America. I'm saying, like, it's white people that own the NFL, but it's like the pro-Nazi white people that fuck with the NFL.
so you think
true.
the Jews of the NFL are going to go, hey, our
Who- but, like,
demographic
who-
hates us. Let's
who
bring
in the
Kanye.
NFL? I'm saying, which owners are Jewish in the NFL? Like, I feel like in the NFL there have been 15 teams. Okay, 50. Currently, eight of the 32 are Jewish owned.
That's enough.
I mean, that's
a lot.
Okay, how many?
Can you
of-
Google? Can you Google who owns the Philadelphia Eagles and who owns
Oh, true. Yeah.
and who owns the Kansas
okay.
City Chiefs?
You know the
Can
people
we
in
Google
Arizona
who
don't
owns
care.
CBS, because
not-
that's what matters.
it's not.
advertisers? Like, this is
Like-
just an
like,
insane
what are
fucking
we
thing.
talking about?
All right, out of the 32 owners, how much do we think
so
they do
Kanye-
business with Jewish people?
So Kanye was right.
Gotcha.
Stop.
Gotcha.
Mall.
That's my favorite kind. Gotcha.
The shrug.
He went into who owns, so he was right.
Gotcha.
Oh man.
The Eagles owner is Jewish.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Born to Jewish parents, but has spent his adult life non-practicing. There you go.
Oh, we're not talking about the religion.
Yeah, he
Right.
tapped out.
We got one.
He tapped
got
out.
One owner. One
you
owner
don't.
with Ye. He's listening to Ye, bro. I'm telling you, man.
Okay, what about the other? What about the other team?
We are
We have
all
to
over
find
the
out.
fucking place.
We're on a tangent.
This is great. Look what Kanye has us doing.
Looking up the Jews.
Yeah.
The Jews.
I've never cared
All
about
right,
who owns the
Jewish
NFL team.
people. Whatever it is.
He's not Jewish.
He's an investment banker with Goldman Sachs. He polys with the Jews.
Yeah,
regardless.
those are his guys. Those are his guys. Those are the bros. If he's not, the bros are. That's for sure.
Kansas City Chiefs
It's
owner.
blood gang slime, but I
Yeah,
poly
yeah.
with Snoop. Like
That's a
it's-
fact. That's a fact. 100%. I'm with you on that one.
He's from the
It's
South.
the same thing.
Ah, god damn it, Ye. He went and fucked up a good thing.
Oh my
He should have been there.
But I'm saying the predominant of NFL fans are the white, Southern, Midwest. Like, the Jews really only exist in New York. Am I wrong?
So
I'm
run-
saying
run this town.
across this
All right, so
country.
run-
all
Run
right.
this town.
I'm looking at some of Rihanna's biggest songs. Outside
More
of
often
Jay-Z and Drake and Kanye, she doesn't have big records with features. So I don't think we'll get any pop-ups unless it's like when Bruno Mars and Beyonce did the clash up thing. Where,
I would like
where
to
different
see
songs they put together.
Right.
Calvin
I don't think she's bringing out
Harris-
anyone that is on her records.
A
'Cause
Calvin
her
Harris
biggest
and
ones are just
Rihanna. A Calvin Harris and Rihanna.
So,
what-
like,
what is
bringing
he
out
gonna
Calvin
do?
Harris doesn't meet, like, what's he going to do? Hit play?
If he DJ'd,
Yeah,
just like,
that's what happened.
like, if he's
no, I'll
a-
do.
yeah.
Yeah.
He gonna do air pumps, fist
This
pumps.
is for George Floyd.
But, like, we know Eminem's not coming out because he just did
This is
last
for
year.
George Floyd and his family. Respect, love.
That started the healing process.
Yeah.
I don't know if you
cold
know
blood.
that, but Calvin Harris brought the world together.
It was actually
Absolutely.
David Guetta, but yeah.
Oh, that was David Guetta.
Same
I'm
thing.
sorry, Calvin. My bad, bro. Sorry, I threw Calvin out there, and he had nothing to do with that. See, but I'm man enough to say I'm sorry. I
you go.
apologize.
See?
What does Rihanna do to piss everyone off for this performance?
Bring Kanye West out.
Umbrella.
He's coming out! Yay!
What if she
telling
brings
you,
out
listen,
Rocky?
No.
That would
bro.
literally piss everybody
That would
off.
piss me
For
off.
No, I'm not letting y'all do that. I'm not letting
y'all do that
I'm not
either.
letting
Why
y'all do
not?
that.
That's why I brought it
Don't
up.
shit on
There's
Rocky
nothing
like
wrong
that.
with Rocky.
Get the
It's
fuck
Don't
just
outta
shit
here,
on Rocky
Rory.
like that.
There's
Don't do
nothing
that.
wrong with Rocky.
Don't do
It's
that.
just
Rocky's
Super
great,
Bowl.
but he's
Don't
not
do
Super
that.
Bowl.
Yo, what you mean?
He's great.
I would love to see an ASAP.
We are all New Yorkers. I love ASAP
I would love to
Rocky.
see that too.
This is what the Democrats do. They try to separate the family.
Exactly.
Trying to separate
The nuclear
Rihanna,
family.
Rocky,
Yeah.
and the nuclear family with their child.
goddamn
Look what y'all
demon
trying.
rats.
This is what the fuck y'all do.
The
This is what Bill
Demon
told me to
rats.
tell you guys today.
Damn demon rats.
All right, I don't think Eminem comes out. He was there last year. Bryson, love you.
Y'all really don't think Jay is gonna perform?
No,
No.
too narcissistic.
I'd hope so.
I would like
Why
that.
would
but
that be narcissistic?
Because Jay's not coming out on somebody else's Super Bowl. Jay's gonna do his own fucking Super Bowl. He's not gonna come out as a.
yeah, but
Yes,
it's
that's
Rihanna.
somebody
It's
else's.
Rihanna. It's it's like I don't know.
He would come out if he wasn't the one that quote unquote curated. His job is to do this.
Yeah.
I
So
think
you look nuts.
Does you?
I mean, Questlove curated the hip hop 50 moments, 50th anniversary at the Grammys, and he DJ'd.
No, he played the drums because he's the best drummer in hip hop.
That's not narcissistic.
The best
No,
drummer.
it's just
No,
the best
not
way
at
to
all.
go about.
Also, Questlove, everyone knows that he's not that kind
And
of.
by the way, when you're the music director, it's okay if you play the music.
Fair.
When you're the curator, it's also okay if one of your songs are in the curated list and you perform.
So what if Jay came out during Dre's set and rapped the stuff he wrote?
That's not the same thing.
Yeah, not the
He
stuff
doesn't
wrote.
perform that song.
He's on the record.
Yeah.
I think that Jay comes out and does Umbrella with Rihanna.
I think
And
he'll
that-
do Run
and
This Town before.
I think he does
Umbrella.
both.
I think you're asking a lot of Jay right now.
2 songs. Jay-Z can't do 2 songs at the Super Bowl.
I think it happens, bro. I'm sorry. I think it happens. I think Rihanna is. I think she has no problem. I think she would love that. I think she probably did ask Jay if he would do it, and I can't see Jay telling Rihanna no. I just can't.
I mean,
Not to the Super Bowl.
what if she brings out Chris and does Ain't Nobody's Business
Or Birthday Cake.
but mine and my babies?
Now, birthday cake.
Either way,
you
I
wanna
still
put
think.
your
I don't care what y'all say. I think Kanye is coming out with the mask on.
I
I think so. I feel it, man. I don't know, Rory. I don't know. It's just
All right,
something
well, we're
that I feel.
placing our bets. We're gonna move on, but we're
It's
gonna
just something
place
that
our
I feel,
bets.
man. I feel like this is going to be one of the biggest Super Bowl performances ever. I feel like having 3 black billionaires on the biggest stage.
He said something about that group. He's not a billionaire anymore.
He's also not a billionaire, yeah.
yeah, he lost
y'all
money.
think y'all think he ain't got some money in the Bahamas somewhere
Yeah, but you know what I
in
mean.
Rihanna's old house?
You know Forbes ain't cash.
Rihanna's old house. She
Rihanna's
lives in
old house, her
Barbados.
old shanty that she
Okay.
grew up in. You know she got a shanty.
Something tells me Ye actually had all his cash liquid and like put it in one warehouse to stare at it. I don't think he has offshore accounts that he was hiding. I think he literally just has one property. How many of Rihanna's guests are on Billboard's top 50 rappers of all time?
They didn't
Eminem,
name,
Drake,
they,
Kanye.
They didn't name 50. They named 10.
I thought
There are
Billboard named
50.
50.
There are 50.
They just released the top 10 last.
And by the way, Billboard is who I look to for my rankings of rap.
Well,
Absolutely.
it's Billboard and Vibe.
Oh, well, definitely Vibe.
well, Rory's
they
a big-
collab?
Rory's a
They
vibe.
collab.
They
had to
collab?
collab. They had the meeting of the minds. They had to come together and figure out who are the top 50. What they only released 10.
Why did Billboard go
they
to Vibe
released
for
them
this?
in chunks of 10. The top 10 just came out.
Okay, so we didn't see the other 40 yet.
We have the rest. The rest are out.
But this is what I
Oh,
don't
it is.
understand.
Okay.
Billboard, for the most part, I know they do publicationship and articles, but Billboard is the Billboard. It's
Yeah.
numbers.
Yeah.
So I'm not mad if Billboard just puts out their 50 greatest based off numbers.
And you're a numbers guy, right?
But why would they go to fucking? I'm never a numbers guy. Why would they go to Vibe? Who works at Vibe still?
I don't know. I didn't even
Like, who do they tap in at Vibe?
Mo.
I don't know. I didn't even know Vibe was still around, honestly.
And no disrespect to Vibe, they're a legendary brand, but that's just not who I think in 2023 should be conducting this.
Well, you know,
With Billboard.
people love to put out lists. Lists engage people. Lists and gets people in the comment section.
Gets
They
us talking.
Post it gets us talking. Look, we're talking.
Where do you guys want to tackle this?
Well, I mean, do we start straight at number 1?
Fuck it. You already know who it is.
All right. Well, number 1 they have Jay. Number 2 they have Kendrick. Number 3 they have. Let me be honest. Let me stop right there. I think that it's blasphemy to have Kendrick ahead of Nas. That's just me.
Why?
Yeah, why?
I just think that Kendrick's career is still way too young in comparison to Nas and Jay-Z to be.
Agree.
Absolutely. To be in between Nas and Jay.
what if
They've
what,
been rapping for
Kendrick
30
at this
years.
point is a veteran.
what if
At this point, yeah, but I'm just talking about in the grand scheme of what the list is of all time.
How many
Yeah,
albums
I
does
don't-
I can't even speak. Kendrick has how many undeniable albums at this
5
point?
studio albums, 1 collaborative one, and 5 mixtapes, and a soundtrack, the Black Panther one.
Yeah, I just think it's I'm a huge Kendrick Lamar fan. Let me say that, love him, but to be second ahead of Nas,
Did Billboard give their criteria or Vibe give their criteria?
we don't know we don't
never
care what the
criteria.
criteria is. We don't care.
Well, I wanna
They're
know-
just naming a list of their top 50. But I just think that while we're naming a list, just to see Kendrick ahead of Nas, to me, Nas coming off a great trilogy with KD, The King's Disease, winning Album of the Year last year. Even though
just won this year?
Kendrick just won his this year.
It's because Macklemore wasn't nominated.
Yeah, Macklemore was there. You know what was going on with that one.
Boogeyman wasn't around.
This is
Yo,
a
we don't talk
horrible
about.
list.
Do you remember exactly who Macklemore beat? That
Yeah,
year?
nothing was the same.
Mad City, fucking.
No, it wasn't
That
just
shit was
Good Kid, Mad
crazy.
City.
Yo, that was. I don't know, man. Look, it is what it is. But anyway, Nas number 3, Pac at 4, Eminem at 5. Not mad at that top 5.
What?
Maybe
You're
shuffle
okay
them
with
around.
that top 5?
I'm not mad at it. All
pissed.
5 of those dudes are worthy MCs, worthy rap artists. I'm not, but I wouldn't have that. That's not my top 5, but I'm not mad at that.
Rory?
Again, I wanted to know what the criteria was in this regard.
Let's just
These
say,
lists are always very weird to me, but I'm not mad at anyone putting those 5 names in a top 5.
What about the
I wouldn't
order?
personally maybe agree per se, but
It's gonna shuffle. Those 5
I'm
names
not-
are
I'm
gonna
not mad at
shuffle. It at this point is what it is. I mean, I named my top 5 when we sat down with Don Cannon. Kendrick wasn't in my top 5, but 3, 4 out of the 5 were.
the only thing I would agree with Maul is volume game for Kendrick at this point. But I'm also not mad at him being in the top 5 now. I think his entire discography is undeniable, and I think there's very few, if not any, rappers that have batting 1,000 in their discography right now.
Now you're from New York, so I mean, for the fact that Biggie is 6, does that mean anything to you?
No, not again. It's you're talking volume.
Yeah.
Most of these, obviously Biggie, his untimely demise and his death.
Same for Tupac.
Yeah,
Tupac had more albums when he
had
was
more
alive.
work out already.
Yeah, okay.
Biggie was kind of like such a short window to see his greatness and his success. But listen, top 6 out of top 50 ever is not a knock on anybody.
All right, let's go to 7.
Wait, I kind of my only knock here, and they will kill me. Snoop at 9. I don't think Snoop is a top 10 rapper.
At all.
And I don't even know if Snoop is an icon. He's the most famous rapper ever. Doggy Style, you could say, is the best rap album ever, and I would never argue with you. But if you go through his entire career, he has a bunch of great songs. He doesn't have a crazy discography as far as albums go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Snoop, for what Snoop has done for hip hop, all right, cool. I can't ever say you're not an icon or a top 10 rapper in that regard. But again, I want to know what their criteria is here.
Mm-hmm.
Snoop has a classic first album, some good albums. I don't go back to much of them. A bunch of amazing singles.
Great
and
features.
he's like the face of hip hop. So
One
yes,
of probably the most
Hell
famous
yeah.
rapper
for sure.
Top
so
20?
I just don't know if that puts
outside
him.
of Eminem, maybe.
I don't know if that puts him in the top 10 rappers.
Having Snoop at 9 and DMX at 21 is insane to me.
That is
like
pretty
that
crazy.
is fucking astronomical to me.
On this list, 3 of the top 10 are Young Money artists.
I mean, I've said Cash Money is the greatest rap label of all time. If you include Young Money, it's not even a conversation to me. But Nicki at 10, I get. Don't get me wrong. Not arguing Nicki being in the top 10 for what Nicki, in the scope of all of hip hop, has represented and what she's influenced and what she's done accomplishment wise and quality of music. She's not better than Kanye West.
I agree.
Yeah,
She's not better than Kanye West.
I agree.
she's not.
She's not.
She would say she's not better than Kanye West.
A better rapper than Kanye West?
She's not a better rapper.
A better
than Kanye West.
rapper or a better artist than
She's
Kanye
neither
West?
She's
better
not
than
a better
She's not
artist.
better than
A
either.
better rapper or a better artist is what I'm asking.
She's
Rory.
not a better rapper
Either
or
one,
artist
she's not better.
than Kanye.
Neither. I don't think there's a category she's better at.
Why do you say that though?
I think that
I'm gonna be honest. Kanye shouldn't be number 11. Like
He
that's a little
shouldn't.
too far down. For
Biggie
me.
being 6 and Kanye being 11 is insane for me.
I'm sorry.
you.
You think that Kanye should be before Biggie?
Yes.
I'm not mad at that.
I mean,
What are the criteria? Is what I
that's-
need to
so
Well,
that's
it's
kind of the
subjective.
problem.
It's
There
music.
isn't.
It's what you
Yeah.
like. It's all subjective, and
Yeah,
none of this
I
is
don't even
like.
care what the criteria is. Kanye should be before Biggie.
This is why these lists are insane. Curtis Blow, Love him. Friend of the show.
23 is funny.
Actual friend, family. Go ahead, Reddit. Have fun. Curtis Blow, icon. He's the reason we're all here. I'm with it.
Thank you, Curtis.
Is he better than Method Man?
Black Thought.
No.
Pusha.
No,
Has he done more than Q-Tip has?
is he not even? You going too far. Like why even have him? Why even have
Why is Rick Ross
Curtis
on the
Blow
list?
ahead of KRS-One? I'm gonna just go right there. Look who he's number 24 is KRS. You can't have Curtis Blow on the top 50 rappers of all time list ahead of KRS-One.
Yes, he's
especially
valuable
if you're
to
doing
hip
that
hop.
era.
Yeah,
Like,
you just can't.
Yeah.
How you guys think about Cole at 15?
I'm not mad at it.
I mean,
Not mad at Cole at 15.
I'll be honest, I'm happy 50 got his flowers. 50 at 17. Most lists don't put 50 Cent in the top 20.
which is blasphemy.
I
Have
think
Missy
that's kind of
behind
crazy.
For DMX, like what the fuck is the criteria?
Oh well. Wait.
Missy has a lot
lot
of
of
good
stuff.
records.
Are
man.
we talking about rapping ability or are we talking about artistry? That's what
They
I'm
probably-
trying
they
to-
probably
This has
factored-
to be off artistry.
They probably factored in both.
Yeah, it has to go hand in hand.
They probably
almost.
factored in both.
Julian, can you click the actual article?
From there, the teams took into account the following criteria, not in any particular order: body of work achievements, charted singles, albums, gold, platinum certifications, cultural impact, influence, how the artist works, fostered the genre, evolution, longevity, years at the mic, lyrics, storytelling skills, and flow vocal prowess. Longevity, years at the mic.
Yeah, I was gonna say with the Curtis Blow thing, that's kind of crazy.
Well,
And that's where the elder statesman thing comes in. Like, I'm never one of the people that disrespects the forefathers of hip hop. I know we're all here because of them. But at the same time, the Wright brothers didn't create the Boeing fucking plane.
Right.
Yeah.
So they
would've
are
thought-
the reason
yeah.
I don't put them in the top 10 lists of planes.
They would have thought Spirit was incredible.
True. Very true.
And that comes off as like a dig to some degree when it's not at all. They are the reason we are here. We should make sure they are always up. They're always doing great. They're the reason we all are here.
Right, but objectively,
But thanks to them, the entire genre evolved.
yeah, Bob
so,
Cousy doesn't handle the ball better than Kyrie.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I never saw Kuz play.
right.
Pull it up. You got YouTube, right? You can pull it up.
I think Kyrie can handle the ball better than Bob Kuz.
Absolutely. 100%.
How do y'all feel about Lauren Hill be at 30?
A little too far down for me.
Same.
A little too far down. I mean, I know it's the Miseducation is only one album.
Which
but,
some could say is an R&B album.
yeah, but her rapping ability,
Flow.
yeah, she doesn't. It's some names before hers. I'm just like, okay, if that's what you're into.
All right. Y'all might kill me. Gucci over Luda? Why does Luda get disrespected so much?
They're insane, bro.
Luda's very underrated.
Luda is very underrated.
Yeah.
Ludacris is
Impact, years on the mic, discography.
all of that.
What?
No, you're right.
skill.
I think you're right.
Yeah, I think that
Why do we do that to certain artists? Luda's one of them. Nelly's one of them. There's just certain rappers that I feel like the world just forgets how long their run was and the type of accomplishments they had while actually rapping and while making good
I
music.
think a part of it is though, like it's the hip hop game. It's about being cool and culture relevant.
True.
Like when you age out, you're looked at like as corny and uncool. And I think again, not shitting on they make a fantastic music, but I think Nelly is looked in that light, Luda's looked in that light, and others alike that were the diamond selling artists, but never kept up really in the music realm.
Whoa. Scroll down.
Huh.
Because there's a name that I haven't seen in the.
Are you thinking of the same thing I'm thinking?
Okay, no.
for?
I was looking at Kane, looking for Kane. I was like, wait a minute.
Number 20. Big
I'm
Daddy
about to
Kane.
say Big Daddy Kane is not in the top 50. Okay, all is well.
He's
and-
20.
Okay, everything's okay.
But I think their status plays to that longevity thing, Rory, where it's like the cultural relevancy, and they kind of they had their high moment in the sun. Really hard to maintain that energy, and it kind of
MC Light ahead of Rick Ross.
Bro, MC Light ahead of Little Kim.
That's where it's wrong. That's
Lil'
where
Kim
it
is at
goes back
31.
to Rory's
Oh, okay,
sentiments.
the,
you know?
Light's at
I'm reading it
47.
Upside down. I'm sorry.
Huh?
I mean, hey,
Listen,
Chuck
man.
D at 34.
You know what I'm learning, Rory? I'm learning to just read things as they are, take in the information, process it, keep what I want, discard what I don't.
I mean, They
Rick Ross at
tricked
number
us
50.
again.
Yeah, Rick Ross at number 50.
They tricked us with a list.
Yeah.
Why are we doing this?
Yeah. Ice-T ahead of Rick Ross?
Yo, they got Busta ahead.
And I
of
love
Jadakiss.
Ice-T. Ahead of Rick Ross?
All right, you know what?
They got Gucci Mane ahead of Jadakiss.
We had the therapist on for our Patreon episode. Let me take some accountability here.
Okay.
And not project. I wouldn't even know where to begin on making a top 50 rapper list.
True.
But
What do you mean?
I couldn't do this.
Yeah,
Nor,
no
but
one's
also
asking
nor
them to
would
do
I
it.
because it's just a weird concept to begin with. And I wouldn't have the balls to put it out just because I think I wouldn't even stand by my 50.
Why not?
How do you put a list together of the 50 best rappers? It's not.
Like this.
Based on that.
It's
Yeah,
tough.
honestly, yeah, you have to have a criteria,
It changes because every day, you know, you if I ask you your top 5 today and then ask you your top 5 3 years from now.
That's my personal taste.
probably
It's not
be
my. I could put out my personal taste top 50
so I
without
think this
a doubt.
I think this is what we
No,
can't-
it's about accomplishments and gold records and longevity and flow and other shit.
There's no really like numerical gauge to it, though. You know what I'm saying? So there is a lot of subjectiveness. At the end of the day, no matter what,
Yeah,
if
even
it's you or them,
sales aren't taken into consideration.
Yeah,
when you
there's
really
no
think about
numbers in
hip-hop.
it.
This is how I know this is stupid because they said lyrics and in parentheses storytelling skills.
I mean, what?
Who cares about that like that?
I mean, a lot of people.
I mean, if you're making a top 50 rappers of all time list, I care a lot about that.
But like, there's so many subgenres
Storytelling?
of hip hop that aren't even storytelling. Like, it just sounds like you're eliminating a lot of.
Go back to
That's
the
true.
top list.
No, I see what you mean now.
Yeah, like storytelling isn't
Like, there's
the
certain
only
tracks that are
version of
not
hip-hop.
storytelling based. They just sound fire.
Yeah, lyrical ability. I mean, it's a factor, but to me, that's not the number end all be all to a lyricist is if you can tell a story.
Yeah, but it's one of
To
many
be honest.
factors. You know what I'm saying?
But that's a style of rap. Not how most artists aren't doing that kind of rap.
Well, I don't think they meant like literally like storytelling, like fucking.
Is Nicki Minaj a
Slick
storyteller?
Rick.
She's a lyricist and a great lyricist. Is Nicki a storyteller?
And listen,
I
at
don't
10.
think it. Well, what I'm saying is, I don't think they meant literal storytelling. I think they just didn't have a better way to word what they meant by like actual lyrics, like your ability to get your point across with your song.
Yeah, but her other elements
And to have a plot
surpass
in your
that
song, not
whole
a plot.
storytelling like aspect.
It's just attributes.
Right.
These are the attributes.
Oh, I feel like top 10 has to have all those attributes.
I agree.
If you're gonna
If
do
you-
a
that's
list
gonna be your
based
criteria,
off a criteria, your top 10 has to meet all that criteria.
Well, that's what they feel like they did that.
Her flow was way better than her storytelling, if anything.
Kanye at 11 is sick for me.
Is it?
Yeah.
I understand what Julian is saying. I get it. And he's right. I think Kanye should.
I mean, if you knock back
a little
Snoop,
higher.
you bring in Kanye, which I agree with Rory.
Yeah. And Andre 3000 being number 12 for me is kind
That's
of
So
crazy.
everybody in this room thinks that Kanye is an amazing lyricist when it comes to rapping.
Yep.
Yes.
1000%.
I think Drake's an amazing lyricist. I think Kanye's an amazing lyricist. I think Nicki Minaj is an amazing lyricist.
Why do you say particularly otherwise?
No,
People
I'm not
that
saying
they would
otherwise. I
typically
just
say
wanted
are, I
to clear that up.
You don't agree, though.
When I think of classic hip hop or like classic rapping ability, no, I don't really put Kanye as high up as a 10 on that list. He
But you
would
put
make my
Snoop,
top
you put
10.
Snoop in
No,
there?
no, Snoop would not.
My
be there.
Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is one of the most beautiful
Fire
stories
album.
ever told.
It is beautiful.
As a story, top to bottom. That covers his arc from the entire Taylor Swift incident until the moment that album dropped.
Did you hear storytelling on Tucker Carlson? Amazing
Fire.
work. Amazing work. Gotta
Look at
tell
Julian falling for the marketing. It tells the story from
No, I'm just
top
saying,
to
like,
bottom with
look what
Taylor
artists,
Swift.
Look what artists had to do. They go out of their way.
Yeah.
Like, this is this chapter of my life. This is like now that I'm the man. Everyone tries to do that. Very few times does it connect on a level where he's speaking in such a way that me as a listener, someone that has no idea what he just went through, can deeply understand everything that just happened to him. And it's not only is it lyrically, it doesn't sound great. He produced most of those fucking records. Like he lived in that music so much, and I think he was able to translate that to so many people. That doesn't happen often.
I mean, with all that said, I'm not terribly mad at this list.
Remember, this
It
list
could be
is-
worse. I've seen Vibe do some way more fucked up lists than this.
Yeah.
Well, they were a part of this. This is like
That's what I'm saying.
This is some of their work on here.
Yeah.
And last night, the streets were in a frenzy, Rory, as news broke that QC.
You are Mr. Professional today. You want to work for E.
No, I want to work for CNN. News broke that
They do need balance over there.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
QC Hybe, made a major entry into the U.S. market by acquiring Atlanta-based QC Media Holdings. So QC made a deal with Scooter Bronson's Hybe. What is it? Hybe I'm sorry.
Hybe.
Hybe, I believe is how you pronounce it.
Hybe America. That's the name of it?
They going crazy with the K-pop. Like they got money.
Okay. So they the deal that they okay, so South Korean music company, I'm sorry.
Scooter Braun bought fucking QC.
Well, I didn't
Of course there were some other players involved with that, but Scooter Braun's the face of this company, Hybe. And they bought QC. It was very vague within the Billboard article of what they control. They said something about upfront cash and shared stocks involved in it. Somewhere around 300 million, I believe, is where they.
Damn.
The deal was worth 300 million in cash and stock. That's very important to note that. According to Hybe regulatory filings, the company paid $250 million in cash and issued a total of $50 million in stock to Quality Control's two co-founders, CEO Kevin Coach K. Lee and COO Pierre P. Thomas.
Cha-ching.
Founded in 2013, Quality Control will fall under the Hybe America umbrella and the leadership of its CEO, Scooter Braun. Hybe America encapsulates SB Projects, as well as Big Machine Label Group, which Hybe attained through its 2021 acquisition of Braun's Ithaca Holdings.
Cha-ching.
So yeah, some people was upset. Oh, QC sold out and they this and they, people that just had to get up and go to work at 8 this morning and make someone else rich.
So
They had
if
much
Scooter
to say.
Braun now has
QC already had a partnership with 300 and other labels to begin with. So
okay, so that's fair.
if selling or parting with someone and selling out, then they had done that prior to, which I don't think they have. But
No.
QC also consists of the catalogs of the Migos, Lil Baby, the City Girls, and Lil Yachty.
Yeah.
of course, I think this deal has been in talks for over a year. And obviously, I think P and Coach K have talked about this for years and had a plan. Do we think anything with what's been going on in Atlanta or just in general in hip hop had them feeling like maybe we should sell while it's high?
Or they just
Not to say that the music still won't be valuable when you have a catalog like that, but I'm talking about the stresses. Something could be valued very high, but it's not worth the headache for what that money's going to be. And with everything that's been going on with hip hop's always been targeted, but we see it at a different fucking level right now. Is selling high the best thing to do right now? You could say they selling out,
Well, you
or
don't
is
wanna
this
sell
one of
low.
the smarter business move that you could possibly do?
I think that this is a smart move. I think obviously Coach K and P are smart. They're good at what they do. They felt like this was the best move for them. $250 million in cash. I'm guessing that gives you room to do some other things.
A little bit.
You can do a few things with that. So I mean, listen, they saw this as a opportunity to expand their brand, expand their reach, do other things, in partnership with Hybe and things that they're already doing. They're heavy into the K-pop world. Their reach is a lot further and a lot bigger than QC is at the moment. So, listen, Coach K and P felt like this was the time to make this move, make this deal happen. They obviously have their own things that they want to do behind closed doors that we may not know about business-wise that they have planned for the future. So they probably feel like this gives them the best opportunity to do that. This helps them along their journey. This helps them bring a lot of their vision to fruition and reality. So people are crazy. I saw a lot of people were upset about this though because they sold out and y'all don't understand how business works. Like this is what they were supposed to do.
Let me just, since it's the podcast, play that side. QC to me is the most important label in hip hop. Probably the most important label in hip hop in the past decade, if not more.
QC is the most important label in hip hop in the past decade?
Yeah.
Okay.
As far as what they represent, what their business model is, who P is, who Coach K is, that entire thing, yes. I think the way we talk about the Bad Boys and the Death Rows, I think QC is right there in the exact same conversation. And I think in this era, QC is that to what we grew up on with the other labels. QC is that. They're, to me, the most important. Signing with such a, selling or partnering, however you want to word it, with such a conglomerate like this, does that take away a lot of the importance and leverage that QC had in the hip hop space? I'm not talking about the business move, because if I'm not being that Monday morning quarterback. If someone offers me $300 million for something I've been working on for 10 years and I think it's valued at that, you think I'm turning down $300 million? No.
Right.
But the importance, is it now devalued?
I don't think it's devalued. I think that, not enough people have information on what the deal is,
Sure.
what it allows QC to do. They just hear sold or brought by Hybe America. And that's all they're harboring on is, they sold out. They sold the company. They partnered with Scooter Braun, and now it's Scooter Braun is going to run QC, and it's not. People just don't have that the information, enough information on the the logistics of the deal. I think that Coach K and P, again, they have a plan, they have goals, they have things that they want to do, and they feel like Hybe obviously puts them in a position to achieve those goals and to do more things that they want to do. They want to grow the brand, they want to elevate the brand, and they feel like this was it. They may still have full control of everything quality control does. You know what I mean? They may have, it's just like now we have a backing, we have the capital, we have the resources.
I don't think anyone's knocking the creative control, though. I think the biggest thing here is now these artists will officially be unable to get their masters back.
And my next question was going to be, all right, we watched the Lil Baby doc and we saw what type of exec P is.
Mm-hmm.
He sat every day with Baby. Like, that was some real artist development. That's really what execs should do. We know P gives a fuck about his artists for real.
Mm-hmm.
Do we think Coach K and P had a sit down with every one of these artists and what they were doing with their catalog?
I think I'm not going to say he did because,
And I'm not saying it's owed because we know how contracts work and all that. I'm talking about just, we know what type of character, from what we've seen with P and Coach K.
It would be very surprising if Yachty and Lil Baby and, Quavo and those guys, it would be very surprising to me if they did not know about this and had conversations about this move and this deal happening. Like, I think that everybody knew that this was happening. Again, this didn't just happen overnight. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that they are aware. And again, we don't know. That's a great question. If they may not be able to get their masters or own their masters.
Well, we don't. But they're not on Capital, right? It's a mixed bag with QC. They do the same way TDE. They do different deals with different labels. But at some point, they were never going to. The most they could get of their masters would be what QC would own, which would be 50%.
The shares,
and I don't know their fucking deals, but let's talk about standard joint venture deals.
But Scooter, I mean, just to keep going on that, Scooter's coming off of the whole back and forth with Taylor Swift. So his intentions are pretty clear in terms of wanting complete ownership over major catalogs, and maybe not 100% of the.
That's not a Scooter thing. That's a music industry thing.
It is, but I'm just saying he's become the face of, like, he's been demonized as like the guy that's like the best, especially because Taylor's entire last rollout was against anti-Scooter. I'm kind of indifferent on the whole thing, but I'm saying as someone that makes it clear that he wants as many shares as he can get, as many master percentages that he can get. I just hope for the sake of these artists that Q and P, that there at some point these artists will have the option to acquire some of their shares or get something back instead of just, because right now the money just went to them.
I don't want to be the Grinch that stole the masters, but what artist has ever really, that's such a rare occasion no matter what, that an artist would even have the opportunity, let alone be able to afford to buy all their masters.
No, I hear you, but it's happening more, and it's not
Where?
common. It's not common. I'm saying Chris Brown eventually was able to get his back. Like,
Chris Brown owns all his masters.
He won a.
I find that respectfully very hard to believe.
Hold on.
Sony gave Chris Brown.
No. You don't even have to finish.
He owns his
Once you say
future
Sony,
masters.
you can't spell Sony without no.
Sony.
No.
That was great.
You do not own your masters.
Remember when Fab told us he was so NY like a Sony PlayStation?
Yeah.
A fucking bar.
You had that
Fire.
on your MySpace header. Don't do that.
Come on.
You had that on your MySpace header.
I felt like that was Facebook days. Oh, maybe it might have been MySpace.
That was
days.
good though.
I feel like
Come
that
on.
was MySpace.
Who said I'm so New York? Weezy probably don't like me.
Probably Fab.
He brought it back.
Probably Fab.
Okay, so it's a deal with RCA that moving forward. Okay, so clean that up.
I mean,
No, it's fine. Keep
It's fine,
it.
yeah.
All right,
We're
but
gonna make you look stupid.
yeah.
Yeah, cool. Clean everything else up.
clean up whatever you want to clean
Jesus
up. But
Christ.
all right, to the same point when Kanye was going on his rants, this has become the Kanye fucking podcast again.
The Jews.
He had a joint venture with Def Jam where Good Music, so he owned half of Big Sean's masters. So he would have the ability to give Sean 50% of his shit back, but you can't get all of it because Universal or Sony or Warner
I'm
is
not
never
talking
going
about
to
all
give
of
you
it.
back
I'm not
your
saying,
shit.
I'm just saying of what's
Nor could you
available,
afford it.
of what's available.
Well, okay, but that's not what you said about Chris Brown.
I misspoke. Chris Brown, with his new deal with RCA, now owns his masters moving forwards, or any music he puts out with RCA now.
Bet, okay, because
Has
he
ownership
probably did a 5-album deal with Sony and then renegotiated after his 5 albums.
Yeah.
And did that. All right, cool. It could just because of my face and my whiteness that I'm bringing up this point.
No.
Could this end up being a better deal for the QC artists? Because to the point of they would not, at minimum, they're not getting 50% of their masters back because Capital, et cetera, they're just not, it's just not going to happen. Unfortunately, I hope one day it does, but let's be realistic. With a company like this in the K-pop world and all the leverage they have as far as licensing deals, sync deals, putting music elsewhere, just the connections that exist there when they now have an interest within the QC catalog, do they make more money? Of how worldwide that this company is?
Right. So
is this a better thing for the QC artists? Because no matter what, we can live in this fantasy world. They're not going to buy back their
So
masters.
it's the old analogy, right, Rory? It's you want to own 50% of a grape or 50% of a watermelon.
Yeah.
Right? It's like,
history,
yeah,
bro.
they're gonna eat more. You know what I mean? Because there's more things coming down the pipeline now because of the relationship with Hype and the things that they already have built in over there. So that's why I said it expands the reach, the brand expands the brand of QC. So that's why to me that this is a win. Obviously, for they wouldn't have done it if it wasn't a win for Coach K and P. They would not have done this deal. Obviously, they feel like this was a deal that we had to make. We had to make happen. It puts us in a better position. Again, I believe that all of the artists at QC knew that this was happening, and everybody is probably on board for the most part.
Can we pull up P's, or Demaris, you have something to say? But in the meantime, can we pull up P's response on Instagram? Because he did reply to everyone saying that he sold out.
No,
Demaris, you were saying.
I was just piggybacking off of Maul, where I think that it'll be a trickle down effect because being that you have such a big machine behind you, even if you aren't making money off the music per se, the opportunities and the endorsements that you'll get from being more worldwide, because this is a really huge company all over the world. So you'll get more endorsements and you'll get to work with more companies and you'll make your money off of that. It won't be off the music directly maybe as much. But
Now, we'll say this.
Quavo would smoke a K-pop song.
That's
That's what you were going to say, right?
I want
was ready to say, I do.
record.
I'm serious
If
too when I say that.
If I see Little Baby doing a feature with one of them K-pop groups, man, I'm gonna be very upset at that.
Why?
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 Can we talk about
Why?
K-pop for real? Is that
I don't know much
is that
about
not-
it besides it's one of the biggest genres in the world.
Go for it.
Is that not cultural appropriation?
Wait, why?
K-pop, as far as like what they sample and redo,
I'm not fighting him
No,
on
they
that.
sing
He
it
hasn't-
like-
Okay,
Come on, fam.
you are correct.
Come on,
I
fam.
forgot
Like,
that that's a big
I'm
part
all
of K-pop.
about people getting their shit off and singing
It's like
and
Kids
dancing. but
Bop
come,
with
yeah,
Asians.
It's like, come on,
Yeah, I
fam.
understand.
Stop.
I'm sorry. You said it's
It's Kids Bop with Asians.
that's hilarious.
And I know that people love American
That's
culture,
fucking
and
funny.
I know that
Oh, they're gonna
hip-hop-
K-pop's gonna.
Oh, they're gonna. Y'all might.
I love what y'all
canceled.
did for Emotional Oranges. Thank you so much.
But is it not though?
If
Like,
anybody
honestly.
cancels y'all, it'll be the K-pop.
What do you mean?
fans.
They're boy bands and boy groups.
the way they sample and cover is atrocious. That's all I'm saying.
K-pop is to hip hop like British actors are to like all of our movies. Like they just come take our entire
That's
swag
not.
and accent
I like that analogy.
and just
I'm not
like
gonna lie. That's a good
make more
analogy.
money than we do on it.
I'm just saying, like I don't listen. Make music, dance.
Stringer
sing,
Bell wasn't
be
from
happy.
Baltimore.
No, Stringer Bell was from Baltimore. Yes, Idris Elba was
It's
not.
not okay. Got you.
That-
Okay.
yes, but yeah, it's like like I just don't turn it into that. That's all I'm saying. Like, don't.
Say what is
What
that
do you
again?
want it to sound
I don't
like?
think that'll.
No,
be
I don't.
it.
I just don't want to see like an influx of like Little Baby verses on K-pop shit.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
I'm just saying. I hope.
If
Yeah,
one- but
I really don't think it'll affect directly the music as much. I don't think that's going to be too much of the case.
I hope not. That's all I'm saying. I hope not.
Is this QC's version of selling the catalog? just doing it different in a sustainable, not retiring way. Like we're still going to work with our brand and other people. This is selling our catalog.
It feels like the classier way. Like we didn't sell the catalog, but
and if you're
the
awarded
brand, the imprint.
If you're awarded stocks in this company, now that your catalog is part of it, and then this company eventually sells their K-pop catalog and you have stocks. Again, I don't know the deal, but Q and P, I just
Coach.
Well,
Coach K, I'm sorry.
P responded to
I think they did the right move. That's all.
P responded to a lot of the comments, and he says, I don't usually post long notes, but I recorded some thoughts tonight. There's no value in separation. There's so much more value when people are working together and not hating and taking each other down, especially when you come from nothing. Stop thinking people are selling out. Instead, see people are selling in and see that you are building something to create more for everybody. Black entrepreneurs are not getting these opportunities on a regular basis, and they should be. Let's stay inspired and celebrate the blessings and leveling up and breaking of barriers. Ready for the next chapter. So,
I mean, they got a machine behind them. I wish them all the best of luck.
listen,
and
but
I
these
hope it
guys,
works
they
out
know
in
what they're
their
doing.
favor.
Coach K and P, they know what they're doing. They're not dumb. They're obviously smart businessmen, and they feel like for their brand, for their imprint, for their artists and what they're trying to do, that this was a great move, and this would help them reach levels that, not saying they couldn't have reached without hype, but it helps them reach those levels. So,
Yeah.
I mean, listen, it's their imprint, their brand. As long as the brand doesn't start to feel and look and sound like something else, I'm in.
Before we close this, Eddin's trying to give us the this thing he does all the time.
To wrap it up.
Just makes me want to fucking throw this cup at
I
him.
believe that's called the Macarena.
How do you feel as one of the QC acts, one of the newer ones? One that's not Migos, that's not Yachty, that's not Baby. Are you now the small fish? You were already a small fish in a big pond just off the QC roster as far as attention and resources you may need.
Now you're a minnow.
Now, where are you at?
I mean, it's like going from being a fish in a lake to being a fish in a coral reef, right?
Nah, break the science down to me.
I mean, it's just a bigger, better body of ecosystem, I guess.
Is
More
it though?
opportunities. Might bump into different types of fish. It's different type of foods. It's different type of, opportunities.
All right, by sheer
The ecosystem is bigger.
By sheer 24 hours in a day, if I'm Icewear Vizo, who has a great fan base right now, great buzz, and is close to bubbling to break into the next level. Now I have P and Coach K in Korea with Scooter Braun, focusing on the catalogs of Yachty, Migos, Baby, even City Girls to some degree. Yeah, I might be worried that I might get lost in the sauce. Like, am I going to have enough attention on me because bigger plays are happening as far as the QC brand, where before it was just QC. I know Migos will help leverage my career. City Girls will come on this feature. Yachty will help me write this. Yachty will do my album
that
cover.
That can still happen though. Why can't that not happen?
Why can't both happen?
That could still happen. Like Ice with Vezo.
It's 24 hours out in the day, and you are now, and when you're doing the stock thing, again, I don't know much from this Billboard article. That sounds like you're damn near a board member to some degree if you're given a certain amount of stock. And if the two CEOs of this company are distracted elsewhere as they should be for the betterment of the greater brand, some of the artists below may not get the same treatment of P sitting in the studio with Baby the way we saw in that documentary.
I don't see that being I don't see that. I don't see things being affected in that way. I don't see that.
Okay. So what do you see affected then?
I'm leaning more towards just, again, it's the QC brand it's expanded now. I think more people get to learn about it. More people get to see about it. They get to hear the artists. They get to it's the QC brand is more global now. I think, I mean, it's not just, and again, people want things, when you start things like Coach K and P started this is Atlanta, right? It's like it came from the streets. This is what this was. The artists were like directly from these neighborhoods in Atlanta, and right, we get that. But at what point do you stay in that and just stay that? Or do you say, listen, it's time to take this QC brand and let's put it all, let's put our flag over here in this part of the world. Let's put our flag over there in that part of the world. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's get into these type of brand deals with these companies. And to me, that's what this move does. It just allows QC to just expand the brand into different areas that, again, not saying that they couldn't have done on their own without this deal, but this deal helps them get to that now and faster. Mm-hmm. That's all. And I think it's a winner. Like I said, Coach K and P, they're smart businessmen. They wouldn't have done this if this didn't help them. So shout out to QC for making a deal. $300 million. I mean, listen, that's a great day for anybody that owns a business.
Right. Wayno, let me borrow some money.
Yes, Wayno, please.
So something else happened that was kind of stupid in my opinion, Rory, but I'll see what you think about this. Defense attorneys in the XXX Tentacion's trial.
Rest in peace.
They're trying to blame Drake.
Was that exactly what was said?
So let's play the clip.
Please, let's play this.
Before X died, he said, if anybody kills me, it's Drake. And do you think that for one moment, here today, days after the event, he's killed by 2 masked men, right? He came on social media and said, guys, before he dies, if anybody kills me, it's Drake. Do you think in that time span that they went and they addressed him, they talked to him? No. Do you think sitting here today, years later, any detective has ever asked, Drake or anybody like that? No, they never did that. She's going to sit there, and she's going to tell you that the reason that she wanted security with Mr. Onfroy on the day that he was shot was because of the issues that he had with Drake and Migos. She's going to tell you that.
He's the defense attorney of the gentleman that is on camera murdering Tentacion, correct?
He's the defense attorney
for him, right? This is the dumbest defense ever. Then is he suggesting that his client got money from Drake and the Migos to do so?
It looks like he's alleging that this was a murder for hire type of thing because Tentacion had tweeted out that if anything happens to me or if I die, I don't know what the words were. It was Drake.
I'm not a lawyer.
You can be.
No, I can't. I don't have the time.
Well, what charge is he fighting? Murder in what degree?
You do realize if you murder someone and then you say, hey, this person hired me, you're still up for murder.
But it's different degrees of murder. That's why I asked.
They're at trial. It's not like he's a cooperating witness. If they didn't go to trial and he said, hey, Drake hired me for this, then his lawyer could say that. You're at trial just saying that Drake was behind this, then take a fucking plea and snitch and say Drake hired me for this. This is the weirdest fucking defense I've ever seen.
Well, this is stupid. We know that. Just because Tentacion tweeted out that if anything happens to me, it was Drake.
Drake, yeah.
I mean...
All right, everyone loves to use this fucking Sammy the Bull and John Gotti shit on YouTube these days. They compare that to everything for some weird reason. So let's do that. Let's speak internet language right now.
Okay. Go for it.
Sammy the Bull pulled the trigger on a bunch of shit and said, hey, John Gotti told me to do it. Mm-hmm. That was after he snitched, took a plea, went on the stand. So this guy is pleading not guilty, going to trial, and his defense is that Drake told me to do it.
Kind of stupid.
That's not how the court system works.
It's not, but yet we're here.
You're still charged for murder. Am I lost here, or
no? You're not.
He would have. Why wouldn't he say that when they charged him? And then, if you're going to snitch in trial, just go try to get a fucking deal.
I don't know if I'm...
Because this is fucking semantics, and Drake did not hire this guy to kill Tentacion.
People are posting the lyrics. Drake says, SMS XXX, that's the only time I ever shoot below the neck. Why you keep on shooting if you know that nigga dead? That's the only kind of shit that gets you some respect.
This is some ill conspiracy shit, y'all.
I remember this when it happened.
Yeah, I remember it too when it happened. And listen,
on that live, he'd be alive again.
I'm not... Let me go on our platform and say, I'm not saying that this is absolutely impossible. I'm not saying that because we don't know. The crazy things have happened. Crazy things do happen.
We live in a simulation.
But if I'm the guy that's on trial and my lawyer stands in front of the court and says that, I'm gonna just start thinking about like how many push-ups I get to do a day while I serve this jail time because I'm not. This isn't gonna stick.
Okay, I mean, with everything that's happened in hip hop in the last 7 years,
mm-hmm.
when it comes to court cases,
mm-hmm.
I would say the defense that Drake was behind this would be the most insane thing ever. These last 7 years, no. This seems right on par with all rap court cases. and the semantics and the insane things, true or false, that have been happening. Drake being behind this kind of falls in line with how insane hip hop has gotten. I don't think Drake is behind this at all. And I think it's kind of crazy, especially in the court system, that we could just throw around those types of things.
Right.
But is it off? Is it off these days that you could just run into court and be like, nah, Drake did it?
Listen, man, Drake is not. I know crazy things happen, and listen, it's not impossible. A lot of things are not impossible, but I think it's safe to say that Drake had absolutely nothing to do with this. I think that's safe to say. Now, I understand, as a defense attorney, your job is to create reasonable doubt.
But you know this is going to get nuts.
Oh, yeah.
If this is his opening statement,
Yeah.
I don't know if the gentleman is agreed to go on the stand, but somehow that attorney is going to have to bring that back within revealing evidence and the trial.
Well, he's going to use social media, XXX's post. He's going to use the lyrics from Drake's song.
This is the worst lawyer on earth.
I mean, listen, there's
There's a video of my client murdering this person, but there's some weird, subtle YouTube conspiracy video from a profile that doesn't even have a real picture.
Yeah.
And we're going to bring that up, jury, even though there's video footage of this person killing.
But as an attorney, like Maul's saying, sometimes you just got to grasp.
Listen, this attorney, this is a high profile case. This attorney is, attorneys know, I think we had a conversation before, attorneys do know when their clients are guilty. Attorneys do know when their clients are, they know the real behind the case. This attorney, to me, it seems like, number one, he's trying to raise some reasonable doubt. It may be just to avoid a life sentence for his client.
It's on camera.
Yeah, we know that, but a defense attorney is trying to say they were hired. There's something bigger behind this. Whatever he's trying to bring up, he's a defense attorney. It's his job to defend his client, whether his client is guilty or not. He's maybe just trying to get a name. Again, this is a high-profile case.
But unless his client says Drake hired me or someone in Drake's camp hired me, there's nothing. Nothing's going to change.
No,
he's on camera killing.
Yeah, but he might say that though.
I get that. But again, you say this, you bring up, the jury is there, might raise some reasonable doubt in somebody's mind. I don't know, but it's safe to say that this is bullshit. It's dumb.
Terrible lawyer. He should. The best thing he could do is, my client's insane.
Yeah. Go with that.
He's in the loony bin.
That works. That works a little better.
That actually does work better.
Yeah, like he's crazy.
All right, my client is so insane.
His dad left at a young age.
He thinks Drake told him to do this. That would be the defense that this guy should be doing. He's on camera killing Tentacion.
He hears Drake.
He should be like, yo, Drake, son. He's the son of Drake, son of Sam, son of Drake. I heard a Drake song and it wanted me to kill this guy.
I love this because the internet is going to just think you guys are copying a plea for Drake. It's amazing.
No, I'm trying to get his
common sense, like,
attorney who has a law degree to find a better fucking defense than
I heard you.
Drake is not behind the killing of Tentacion. He's not. Like that's not. It's not a surprise that.
Yeah, how do you?
Yeah,
know?
how you know?
See, look,
he's just not.
You're there.
Like,
So you were behind it?
We're gonna start blaming the biggest artists in the world for like just random like shootings and all.
yeah, my feet hurt.
Oh, okay.
Actually,
No, I guess. 50
you
Cent
talked him off the ledge when he wanted to. He was like, "Nah, don't do that."
talked off the ledge.
Never mind.
Bad Bunny was at the Grammys, and 50 Cent noticed that the closed caption while he was performing and while he was giving his speech, the closed caption said "speaking in non-English."
And singing.
This
in
is fake,
non-English.
right?
No, it's for real.
I don't know. I didn't have the closed caption on, so I don't know if this is real or not.
How dare you?
I didn't need it on. I'm from uptown.
Oh, you're right.
Marijuana bebida.
There you go.
Man,
Heard you.
You know what I'm doing. I don't know if this is real, but if this is real, this is very disrespectful.
It is real.
This is disrespectful to say speaking in non-English.
Yeah.
This is CBS, correct? CBS has enough money to have closed captions on the biggest artists in the world's performance.
So you wanted the closed captions to translate it or just put in Spanish?
Put the Spanish lyrics up.
Okay, I'm with that.
I don't think it has to be translated.
To
in English.
translate it,
For
I
what?
think is a little.
Why would
aggressive.
they put the Spanish lyrics up in America?
Because you could sing along, or you
That's
just
what closed
read it?
captions are. Whatever they're
Yeah.
saying, they put on the TV.
Yeah, but it depends on the closed caption that you speak. So if I speak English.
No, because
It's a closed caption, not a subtitle. I
Yeah,
think
it's
you're
not
getting those two
subtitles.
mixed
but
up.
I have it. Yeah, because I have.
But it's
English TV. But if I put on a Spanish program, it's gonna have in Spanish. If I put the captions.
The
But
song
then-
is in
so-
Spanish.
the song is in Spanish. Yes, I know that. But okay,
It's just I'd rather you put the Spanish
the
lyrics
closed
up
caption
than
subtitles
singing in non-English and speaking in non-English.
Yeah.
Like that was just lazy.
It
Honestly.
might just be. It might be their technology, but they need to upgrade.
They couldn't say
update
No,
their
there's
technology.
no,
They
no
couldn't say
way.
speak in Spanish?
Not because of you, but there's no way in closed captioning they couldn't have put the lyrics up there.
We just faked a kiss between Laura London and fucking Jonah Hill.
Yeah, we can have that
can't-
CGI. We can have lyrics.
lyrics
I'd
on
hope.
the screen.
I'd hope.
It's not
And why
American.
would the closed caption be in Spanish?
Maul, because
we
he's
just talked
singing
about
in
this.
Spanish.
He's
The
speaking-
captions
Yeah,
are
but-
putting what he's singing.
Right, but you can put what he's singing in English if you're broadcasting in America.
You're
Those
not.
are
The rhythm of the
subtitles.
music will not go in the English translation in comparison to the Spanish one.
You said it won't go in the rhythm?
It will not. I
It's
promise.
not
you.
about the rhythm so
Yeah.
much as those are two different things.
People just want to know what he's saying.
Sure.
No?
So translation, not
Not
closed caption.
closed
Yeah,
captions.
those are two different things.
You want the
Translation,
translation?
closed caption,
Yeah.
different
Yeah,
things.
why not put the closed caption? I mean, no, translation. While Bad Bunny's performing.
Well, they couldn't even get the closed captions right, so I know they're not going to get the subtitles right. Like, I
Neither
feel
one
like
is gonna
let's
happen.
take one step at a time.
Well, either way, CBS has enough capital. They have enough people working there
Yeah.
where they could have got this. They could have done better than
They have
speaking
Googles.
non-English.
They have genius.
Yeah,
Sure.
speaking non-English and singing in non-English. That's what they had. They was like, that's the budget.
Yeah,
They couldn't even say Spanish, so they just said non-English.
Yeah,
that was weird.
yes,
It's funny though.
Build that wall.
that's the biggest artist.
How
in the
did
world
they
right
do
now.
live closed captions like back in the day?
I don't know.
Has anyone gotten in that conspiracy? Now I could understand with technology.
I mean,
but
there's
before there was live events that weren't like didn't have that 30-second.
delay.
Yeah.
No, I think
Even
they've
with the
always-
delay, though,
I think
how do
they've
they do
always
that?
had it. Yeah, I mean, they just.
It's
have
always been a
someone who-
delay.
It's the alien.
There's also scripts for like most of the stuff.
Chinese balloons.
Chinese
I figured it out.
balloons.
I watched a Ice Spice Hot 97 interview.
Mm-hmm.
Aren't you from Fordham and Davidson?
Yep,
Yeah,
She shouted. She said that was her block. And I was
her
like,
mom.
Maul's from there.
like.
I know her mom.
Is she?
Do you
ginger?
really?
Yeah,
Oh, that's crazy.
I don't know her, but I know who she is. I've seen her.
Mm.
I know her mom is.
Does she have red hair?
My
Like-
mom? No.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Her hair is not even really red in real life.
How dare
Stop.
No, she's not a real
Cap.
Cap.
What?
Something else that can get you mad, Rory. Lil Yachty's album debuted at #1 on Rock Alternative.
you? Why would that make me mad?
Well, because you were a little upset when the album came out and you was like, this is a travesty of events. This is Child's album all over again.
Travis.
So how do you feel about that? First of all, do you like the album?
Yes, I like the Lil Yachty album.
Okay.
But I also love Child. So
Yep.
that's probably why I would
That's
like
family.
the Yachty album.
So you like the album with Love Child?
I think it would be alternative rock. I do like that Yachty is going into another genre to take the #1.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate that type of shit.
Mm-hmm.
but
Are you saying you couldn't get it in hip hop?
Yachty get a #1 album? Of course he could. I've just seen plenty of artists that aren't really hip hop go and get #1 hip hop albums.
Yeah.
So I like that Yachty, even though we know the history of rock, for a couple decades it's been ran by the whites. I like that Yachty went in and got a #1 rock album.
And I like the fact that
I don't think it's really a rock album, but
Well,
think it's
Little
more
Richard
alternative.
created rock. And now Little Yachty debuted
Chuck
at
Berry,
#1.
and then what was the woman's name before Chuck Berry? The black woman that started rock and roll.
It started with Little Richard.
Elvis.
Chuck
Before
Berry.
Chuck Berry.
That's before Chuck Berry. Yes. Little
Black
Richard.
History Month tidbits.
Woo.
Little Richard, the architect, the designer, the curator, the creator, the originator of rock and roll.
Okay.
God bless him.
Then
And
Yachty,
now-
right after that.
Yachty, Little Richard, Little
Skip
Yachty.
Jimi Hendrix,
Yeah.
right to Yachty.
We're going to Yachty.
Prince?
Who?
But no, if you're trying to get a rise out of me, I did say it on our Patreon. Give the Patreon ad.
Yes.
Hey.
Available right now.
Yep. Patreon.com/.
Subscribe. Give me monies.
I turned on the Lil Yachty album because I fuck with Yachty, and it started out. I was like, all right, going a different direction. Then I felt like he stole the entire drum pack, bass line, guitar verse, everything from Child. Still like the album.
I think that's a little delusional.
That's fine.
Talk about it.
Go to our Patreon is where I broke down where I don't think Yachty may has listened to Child per se.
Yeah, but it's still
Somebody
exactly
in
the
that
drum
studio
pack
can-
or something.
One of those producers.
Mm-hmm.
You think he was inspired by Child?
I think someone in his camp is a Child fan and came in and played a bunch of shit.
I think
That's all.
someone in this camp is a Child fan.
Oh,
And now they want everybody to go and listen to Child's album. So they tell everybody that Little Yachty stole Child's album.
shout out to
Either way, I love Child. I love that. What's the name of that last record? I didn't hear it.
Antidote.
The
Is it
Lucky Day
Antidote?
one?
The one that just came out last night.
No. I didn't even hear that one.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
tell
But you
right
heard
now.
Yachty's
The
album.
Lucky Day one.
Oh, I can't stop listening to Yachty's album. No, you know the Bon Voyage.
Yes.
Love that record.
First single.
Love that
Better
record.
Luck in the Next
Great
Time.
record.
Lifetime.
But yeah, I love the Yachty album. Congrats to him on debuting at #1 on the rock alternative. I think that's super dope. Yachty always said he just wanted to create music that he wanted to create. He didn't want to be boxed into just rap and hip hop and that sound. He wanted to experiment, be creative, be free in his art, and to do that and then debut at #1 is super dope. So shout out to Lil Yachty. Let's start here. Great album.
Better Luck in the Next Life. Coming soon. Child album. If you want the nucleus of even the settings he used on his voice and the delivery. It's really weird.
You're an asshole.
Why am I an asshole?
Because
I broke it down on Patreon, but
you're just
and I
an
like the
asshole.
Yachty album. Don't get me wrong.
Fire. The album is incredible.
It's just very specific things that I don't even think Yachty knows that he did. That whoever engineered that, whoever mixed it, was very specific to a certain sound that aren't fucking splice drums or whatever website you want to get your drum kits from. That's all.
I mean, I heard of this.
And we don't have Marvin Gaye's estate
Yeah.
that could just think things up in their head about harmonies and sue people.
I mean, you say it's Child. I say, what if it's Toro y Moi?
No.
It could
Same
be.
genre, but
Yeah, so he might be
definitely not the same sound.
He might have just had a Toro pack and just went crazy in the studio. But either way, I love Child. I love Lil Yachty's album. So I can't wait to hear Child's album so I can hear you say, see, told you so.
He has 2 out already that sound like it.
Well, the new album I'm talking about.
For sure.
What is the name of it again? Give it to the people.
Better Luck in the Next Life.
Better Luck in the Next Life.
Can't wait to cry.
You cry anyway. Shut up. Flow Rider plans to donate most of his $82 million settlement. What is he donating to? We don't know.
It doesn't specify.
How much? What do you mean he plans to donate most?
This is what happens when you get that much money and the IRS calls, time to start a 501(c)(3).
Yo, the kids, we gotta buy some book bags.
I got to get rid of this somehow. I'm not giving it to y'all.
Yeah, some notebooks. The kids need laptops, iPads.
When asked about what he intended to do with the money, he explained that he was, quote, all about giving. He said to an outlet, doesn't specify the outlet. I'm all about giving, giving is required, so I look forward to it. That's pretty vague.
I love the girl right there, her comment, Maya. It's crazy how my name is charitable causes.
I like Maya.
Yeah, that is crazy, Maya. Flow Rider wins over $82 million in lawsuit against energy drink company Celsius. Rory's a big Celsius fan. He can't stop
Rory, you
drinking.
funded his settlement.
Yeah,
I was only drinking it so I could try to get a part of this.
yeah.
Oh,
You wanted
damn.
to get in on the 82M?
Yeah, it just didn't work out.
Oh man, LeBron. Because I know they're waiting for me to talk about it.
Yeah.
Now you have a Lakers hat on.
I'm a Laker fan. First of all, congrats to LeBron.
Greatest of all time.
Congrats to
interrupting you on
LeBron
purpose.
James. Congrats to LeBron James on becoming the NBA's all-time leading scorer.
You mean the greatest NBA player of all time?
No, that's not what
That's
I mean.
what you meant,
I mean
right?
the greatest
Bang.
scorer. The
All right, what's
NBA
the
all-time leading scorer
what's the point of the game? To score more points,
to
right?
win.
Nah, it's to score more
To win.
points. But to win, you have to do what?
You have to score and play defense.
More points, though.
You have to score and play defense.
And he has the most
And
points.
pass the ball.
So if he's playing against any other player, he wins.
Ever.
So he's the greatest.
I've never rooted for LeBron in my life until this game.
Yeah, that shit was fire.
I was actually cheering for him to get this.
Did you not think he would get it?
No, I wanted it to happen tonight because in this game he needed 36 points, and it would have been kind of whack if he didn't get it, and then say he gets it in the first quarter of the next game. That's not exciting.
Listen. Fuck all that. Congrats to LeBron James. Congrats to LeBron James on becoming the NBA's all-time leading scorer. Contrary to what people believe and want to kind of create about what I say about LeBron, just because I don't think he's better than Michael Jordan doesn't mean I don't recognize how great of a player LeBron James is. I think this is easily the greatest story in sports, American sports history. We watched LeBron come from a high school phenom and all the pressure they put on him to making it to the NBA and outpassing all of the, things that we said he would do. This script, you can't write this type of story. It's literally like the American dream unfolding in front of us.
I've seen Like Mike.
This is like Mike. So yeah, this was dope to see him going from high school to hitting this fadeaway, passing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and becoming the NBA's all-time leading scorer. I'm one of those guys that, as great of a player as LeBron is, I think that he's a greater person off the floor. He has had the career he's had, been under the microscope as long as he has, and has never had any negative news about him, any scandals, any drunken nights, getting arrested, any wild shit happening away from the court. That speaks to how disciplined he is. Obviously, playing 20 years, still playing at the level he's playing at. He's very disciplined. Knows who he is, knows who he wants to be. So this was dope to just see it, man. This was a great moment in sports, and just being a black kid from Akron, Ohio, to the stage he at now. Everything he's done for his family, his friends. This is one of the greatest sports stories in American history, American sports history. So congrats to LeBron James. I'm mad they didn't get the win. I thought that was kind of like, it's like, fuck.
That's the saddest part about it for me.
Yeah, it's like, fuck. On the night you break the record, y'all don't get the win. Like,
You thought the Lakers were going to win?
they should have won.
I mean,
that
they
game.
should have won that game. Is the crazy
OKC
part.
is not a
They're
great
not good.
team. Yeah,
No.
like, they should have won
But
that
the Lakers
fucking game,
stink.
man.
Lakers are terrible.
That's the only thing I'm just like, fuck, I'm mad that he didn't win the game. But this is great, man. This is dope. And he's gonna and remember, every bucket he has after this is him pushing the record further and further.
So I love that Julian pulled up this image because a lot of people were making rounds of the fact that there's so many people holding up their fucking phone for this moment. Are they bugging for that?
No, this is history. And anytime
Right.
you can capture history.
People put like an old photo of MJ taking a shot, and they were like, "There's no phones." Like, yeah, because he didn't exist.
Yeah, they didn't exist.
But
Like-
that's
That's such a stupid point.
No, but no.
They
I think,
didn't.
No, but I think
Oh.
what that was just going to how far the world has advanced with technology.
Yeah.
There weren't no phones back then. There weren't no cell phones. Obviously, everybody has a phone now. The one thing I do love about that picture, though, Julian, the LeBron picture. Can you pull it up again?
That's a fireball, yeah.
Well, one of those was for the championship. This was just another game on Tuesday night. Was it Tuesday night? Yeah, Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday night.
But quite
Okay, but he also broke.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't just a Tuesday night game. Like,
No. I'm just
he
saying
broke the scoring record in
Mall
No, this
Bayless
was
one
here.
of the most popular
No,
sports
this was
in the world.
listen, I tuned in.
in
I was
pink sneakers.
what shot was more important in basketball history, Mall? This one or this one?
Jordan.
Jordans.
That shot for
Are
sure.
you sure?
Absolutely.
Are you dead ass?
The only
just
thing,
saying,
the only thing, the only thing I'm mad about with this shot, with this picture, is that should have been Mike's last game. That's the only thing I'm mad about with that picture. That he went on to play for the Wizards, which he shouldn't have. But that's the only thing I'm mad about with that picture. Because if you do that, go out like that, your career's over. That's like a story that's like, damn. It's almost like a fairy tale. As 30, 40 years pass, you start telling that to people, they're like, that didn't really happen. It did. But this picture with LeBron, the one thing that I love about this picture, if you zoom into his son's courtside and everybody around him, everybody has a phone except for Phil Knight, who's the creator of Nike. He's sitting there just in the moment, watching LeBron, sitting next to LeBron's sons. I think that is...
Because he's old.
Well, not only that, that's just, to me, that's just like, wow. The guy that created Nike and started Nike
Is there.
courtside with
Yeah.
LeBron's sons
Kareem was there.
on the night that LeBron breaks the all-time scoring record, watching LeBron. I think that this was an amazing moment. And shout out to LeBron, man, because this is history. And anytime you can set history and carve your name into the record books is dope. So shout out to LeBron. Congrats to LeBron. And like, I think he's gonna get it up to over probably close to 50,000 maybe.
Both Bryce and Bronny are wearing Jordans in this pic.
I mean,
What are you?
you know,
I know what you're getting at.
You know, Mike's fingerprints are everywhere in the culture of basketball.
Yeah,
You know,
I feel like it just says.
come on, man. What were they gonna be wearing? LeBron's?
Yeah.
New Balances.
Ah, man.
Hey, relax.
Let them wear J's.
Imagine being this security guard and not being able to turn around.
Sick.
If you scroll up to the top left, there's security guards in the tunnel watching this shit.
Oh, I
happen.
love
Like,
that. Yeah, these guys.
Yeah, like
Sick.
nobody was missing that moment. Yeah, I'm just mad they lost the game. And a bunch of fucking trades have happened
Let's run through it real quick.
since then. I'm not one of those guys, but somebody on Twitter did dig this up, and I thought this was interesting. It says when LeBron passed Michael Jordan in scoring, the team lost by 16 to Denver. When he passed Kobe, they lost by 17 to the Sixers. When he became the all-time leading scorer, including playoff points, LA lost to Draymond Greenless Warriors. He reached the 10,000 points, 10,000 assists, and 10,000 rebounds mark in a 29-point defeat versus the Phoenix Suns. And when he passed Karl Malone, the Lakers blew a 16-point lead to Bradley Beal and the Kyle Kuzma-less Wizards. Like I said, this has been a tradition. I don't know who this is some hating shit.
That's a stupid stat. The same way they do the good LeBron stats, that's a stupid stat. Bro.
I thought that this was
fucking,
like, wait, how did you like find all of this?
Prime
Like,
time hate right there.
Yeah.
it's like the therapist we sat with. Like some of those points, how do you find that? Like who's the guy that
Internet.
digs these up? Because there wasn't no name.
Yeah.
I don't even know if this is true. Whoever did this, it's like, that was kind of stupid and unnecessary, but I thought it was fun.
Speaking of security guards, and this is sports related, but you know, I just want to snitch on the police.
Damn.
Anytime an iconic moment is happening and police have access to the arena or stadium, commit crime at that time. I have a friend that's an NYPD officer, right? When Jeter was at his last at bat, he said 3 precincts in the Bronx all went to Yankee Stadium, flashed their badges, all so they could sit on the sides and just watch Jeter's last at bat. You could have looted the entire Grand Concourse. There wasn't a cop in fucking sight. So anytime an athlete is about to break a record or some iconic moment, that's when you should commit crime.
Run to that Jimmy Jazz.
Run to that Jimmy Jazz.
Well,
He
they
said
do
the
that
whole
anyway.
precinct, everybody went Yankee Stadium, badges, but hey, there's an incident. Someone's going after Jeter.
It's history.
The whole force was just literally littered Yankee Stadium just watching Jeter's last at bat.
Same night, same city.
What?
LeBron gets to break
Jeter.
the all-time leading scoring record.
Jeter. Whatever you're about to say.
LeBron gets to break.
Jeter at bat, period.
Was it it was a home run, right?
Jeter's
No, it wasn't a
final
home
hit
No, it was a RBI.
walk-off, yeah.
Walk-off hit.
Same
Yeah,
night,
that
same city.
walk-off, yeah, 100%.
LeBron breaks the record,
Eddin.
becomes the all-time leading scorer, or Derek Jeter's last at bat.
It's not even a contest. Jeter's last at bat.
That was nuts.
Like, why would we
That's
even?
so cool.
That was nuts.
I know you're asking me, and
But that's-
Are you kidding me?
He was gonna
I don't
hit-
think it's that easy. I don't think it's that easy of an answer. Only because what if he strikes out?
So
What do
No,
you,
we're saying
that's
knowing
makes
what we
it
know.
better. Yeah.
No, I'm just saying on this night where it's Jeter's last game, or LeBron the night LeBron is going to break the all-time scoring record. Which game do you go to?
Even changing it to that,
okay,
I'm
I
going.
see what you mean. The guaranteed.
But LeBron
I have a way
also
closer
wasn't guaranteed.
connection.
He had to score 36 points.
You didn't think LeBron was going to score 30 when he got out of his fucking car and had that fucking satin suit on. I knew it was fucking
his
time.
neither of these are
headphones said
guaranteed.
I said, "There's no way this nigga's not breaking
and
this
you
record
think
tonight."
that on Derek Jeter's last game, he's going to strike out on his last day?
Let me tell you
you
something about
never
baseball
know,
that you
bro.
may not
Jorge
know.
Posada, Andy Pettit, Bernie Williams are all on the first baseline.
Yeah, but what
not
is that-
knowing he was going to have a RBI.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so you don't know because baseball is that sport where
It's unpredictable.
you're not guaranteed to get a hit.
I'm
It
throwing
was
him up.
way more of a guarantee that LeBron was going to score 36
I'm a
against
way
Oakland.
bigger
I
Yankee fan
have
than
a
LeBron
personal
fan.
connection with Yankee Stadium and Derek Jeter that he could have went 0 for 5 that night, and I would have rather been in Yankee Stadium for his last game.
Sad way to go
I
out.
think a better comparison for you, Maul, would be Derek Jeter's last game versus LeBron's retirement game. Then I feel like that's something I feel
Hell
like
no.
that might be a
I'm
better
not going
question.
What about
LeBron.
Kobe's last game?
Oh God.
Yeah,
Don't do that.
that's
You're trying
we'll start
You're trying to
crying.
make the waterfalls. Don't do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, we'll
Don't do
start
that.
crying.
Some onions.
I
on
cried.
that.
Did you cry watching that?
The last game?
Kobe's?
Fuck yeah, I cried.
I cried.
I cried like
I
a
enjoyed the
fucking
game. I didn't
baby in the
cry,
house, like especially when he gave the speech out, and I knew that was it.
Mamba out. Ooh.
Because there was something about Kobe retiring where you knew like he's not coming back. It's not gonna be one of those things where this summer he posts a corny video of him in the gym and he looks at the camera like
We're looking at you, Tom Brady.
I think I'm gonna give it a go.
Yeah.
Like no, fam. You knew that this was over. Kobe, that was it. But yeah, same night, same city. LeBron breaks the all-time scoring record or Jeter's last game.
I'm a way bigger Yankee fan personally.
I don't know, man.
Jeter's last game versus the Lakers versus OKC.
And they lost.
Are you
It's the,
fucking
but
kidding
it's
me?
the scoring.
I know, fine, yeah.
It's the scoring. Well, we know we don't expect you to care either way.
What
Yeah.
the fuck is that?
Janet with her titty out or
you should be
LeBron's
in,
last
you should be in
game?
the kitchen making shoes right now.
But
is what you
literally
should be doing.
everybody agreed with me.
But then even like my connection, Braun has played for fucking 3 teams. Like there's way more of a connection to Jeter's last game
Y'all
than
can't be
Braun
comparing
breaking a record
accolades,
as a
though.
Laker.
It's not accolades. I think it's just that night that y'all compare.
Yeah, like that's the end of an era
Accolades.
for like
Accolades.
the Yankees.
Accolades.
Yeah, I
That's
get it.
DiMaggio,
It's
Mickey
his
Mantle,
last-
Jeter.
Because that
Like,
wasn't LeBron's last
That's
game.
just Braun scoring more than everyone in a Lakers jersey against
anyone
big,
ever.
though.
the Thunder.
Kareem,
I don't care.
Kareem courtside watching that.
Well, the
That's
stadium
big.
was
What am
kind
I
of crazy.
I'm gonna stare
Bad
at
Bunny was in
Kareem.
this.
I mean, that's
Staring
big.
at
That's
the
a
Grammy
that's a record that no basketball player ever thought would be broken. Like nobody ever thought anybody would be Kareem's.
84?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kinda
Nobody ever thought
is
that
kinda
record would
crazy.
be broken. Scoring 38,380. That's a lot of fucking buckets, man. And the thing about it that people, this is what makes Kareem's record so crazy. In his entire career, he only had 1 3-point basket.
Yeah, that was crazy.
So those was all like, I'm mixing
Straight to-
right
He's
here.
he's in the paint.
Yeah, like I'm not out here just shooting threes. Like, no. I'm in the paint giving you this work. I'm at the free throw line because you can't guard me. Y'all fucking me up. Like,
That would have been sick if he
that's
did
a lot of
skyhook.
buckets, man.
Yeah, LeBron played a little over 100 fewer games than Kareem.
But that's where the 3-point shots come into play.
Okay, but did you see Jeter give the pitch?
That was hard.
Like, come on. Kareem could never.
Look at Michael. He played in only 1,070.
Don't do that. I don't want to.
Don't
not
start
getting
the
into
comparison.
I'm just saying that's
We're not
actually
getting
insane.
into that.
I didn't know how few games
We
he
are
played
not getting into that. Please. I don't want to do that. This is about LeBron. This is LeBron's moment.
Jeter almost broke his nose catching that foul ball in the playoffs.
in. Rory's just
Yo,
going.
Rory is not like Rory is fucking offended.
Rory's talking about games that weren't even like we're talking about the one hit from one game. Rory's
Jeter
just going
versus
through Jeter's
James?
highlights in his head right now.
Well, you know, Rory's dad used to take him to the game, and
Of course.
Rory used to be right
Snap
there,
Rory a beer.
third baseline.
No, we was.
I love you. You used to tell the players you loved them. Don't do
Nah,
that.
I never did.
You never yelled "I love you" to Bernie Sanders. I mean Bernie Williams. Oh my bad.
Bernie
Sanders. You probably definitely told Bernie.
Just to Bernie Sanders, never to Bernie Williams.
You felt
You never told Bernie Williams you love him.
I think maybe in right
You look like a
field.
Paul O'Neill guy.
I was about to say maybe in right field. I was like, Paul, I feel seen. O'Neal. Yeah, like that was the only
You
time.
definitely a Paul O'Neill. fan.
My 13th birthday.
Iconic.
My parents got the happy birthday at Yankee Stadium.
Aw.
Look at that, bro. That's so
Yeah.
wholesome, man.
I have a affinity for
Oh,
Yankee Stadium, man.
That
The
is
old
a-
one.
That is a wholesome thing for your parents to do for you. That's great.
Yeah. I mean, they weren't very wholesome, but
Yeah, I get it. They tried to make up for it by getting your name in lights.
and we were bleacher seats. My dad taught me how to
The original
Manipulate.
bleachers though, the old Yankee
fucking
Stadium.
crazy?
Oh man, that was like the equivalent to like the Tunnel nightclub.
my dad and my godfather, I feel like I showed Julian and Bernard, were on Letterman video footage.
Mm-hmm.
They used to do an annual like opening day Yankee Stadium, 2 busload trips to the stadium and like wreak havoc.
Mm.
They stole all the bunting that was out there. They were on Letterman for how fucked up their entire crew was. My godfather slid into second base during the 7th inning stretch, and Bucky Dent called him an asshole.
Bucky fucking Dent. Mets fans hate Bucky Dent
For sure.
So yeah, man, what we got going on this weekend? What you getting into?
I don't know, man.
No plans?
Can I do a plug?
Plug,
course,
plug.
yeah.
Go ahead, man.
What's
What
up?
you got going on this weekend?
In my bag, 211, Skinny's Cantina, the last stop. Come on through. You'll see me DJ, 2 o'clock.
In my bag?
Yeah,
2
in my
a.m.
bag.
party?
2 p.m.
2 p.m. during the day?
Mm-hmm.
If you're gonna
Like
plug
that-
your shit, Eddin, be like clear with it. Nobody knows what in my bag is.
Well, what? It's a RB Latino party where you will see me DJ and it'll be fucking awesome and just come on through.
Where is it at?
RB or RNB?
R&B.
Okay.
Yeah.
R&B.
thought you
Skinny's
was gonna have a
Cantina
bunch of
on the
RB sandwiches
Hudson
over.
in Harlem, and then we're going to the last stop in the Bronx.
It's Latino R&B?
No, well,
So like Baby Bash?
It's almost it's basically like an open format party. Baby Bash. I mean, you know what? I'm not gonna lie.
Baby Bash got hits. Wait, I wasn't
all
shitting on
right.
Baby
No,
Bash.
you got it. No, I'm
I
not
was
gonna
just trying
lie.
to see if it was R&B, Latino
Guy?
R&B.
There's R&B, there's Latino, there's pop. There's
Okay, you were
everything.
naming everything.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying Latino R&B was being played.
No, I mean, well, that too though. Yes.
Lumi
And
D
this
fire.
is where? Skinny Cantina?
Skinny's Cantina on the Hudson,
And then the last stop?
after that, the last stop in the Bronx. Yeah.
Okay, Eddin, look at you. Fast hands Eddie. I like it. I really don't. But
Edward
I
Scissors.
hope it goes well for you, Eddin. I hope
Oh,
it's
you're not
very
coming?
successful. Are you like a partner in the party, or are
Yeah.
you just DJing?
I'm partnering.
Oh, so you're benefiting from like money and stuff
Yes.
from it, right?
You're benefiting
okay.
from money. You heard Demaris? You're
2 p.m. in the city.
You're
The first one.
benefiting
2
from
p.m.
money.
Yeah, that's my set.
I'll try.
Then shout out to Most of Bike and Yoku.
Julian, hopefully you feel better, man. Julian has high polio, the same thing that Mark Norman had. He ate too much ass last night.
He might just have
H.
polio.
pylori. You have H. pylori. He's over here. He's throwing up all day.
HSV 1 and 2.
Get you some Alka-Seltzer. Get you some soup. You'll be all right. You tough, right? Any plans for me this weekend?
You would
I think
cut your loud hoodie so it was more hipster. You made a V-neck out of your loud. You
was
cut
already-
the
it
headphones
was
on
already
your
like
loud
that.
hoodie.
Oh my God, he's disgusting.
What would Raekwon think
It's
about
my
that?
flu game right now.
Shut the fuck.
Get some Alka-Seltzer. You'll be all right. All right. Well, we'll be back next week to talk to y'all. Have fun. Be safe this weekend. If you see any of us in the streets, say hello. Take a picture with Rory. He'll be out all weekend.
Yeah, shake his
If you
hand.
see Julian, give him an Alka-Seltzer. We'll be back in a few days. Y'all be safe. I'm that nigga. He's just Ginger. Peace.